Greetings and good evening from Fox Valley Lutheran High School here in Appleton, Wisconsin, site of tonight's Northeastern Conference matchup between the host Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes and the visiting Freedom Irish. How's it going, everybody? This is Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, excited to bring you Week 5 action of what has certainly been a unique prep football season here in the state of Wisconsin, really all over the country as we continue to grind through this COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully everybody watching tonight is safe and healthy, and hopefully we can bring you a fun game between these two rivals. No Ricardo Arguello tonight. He's off, so it's just going to be the two-man crew. We've done this before, Rosie. It is hanging out with me down in the bleachers where he's socially distanced and masked. It's Jim Rosandick. We call him Rosie. How you doing down there, Rosie?
I'm doing well. Got the Carhartts out tonight, so should fend off any cold.
Fantastic. I'll have to take a photo of you. There's nobody even remotely close to you, so you're safe and sound, and everything's good. So, and I know Ricardo's watching tonight, so Ricardo, enjoy your off night and get back to work soon, all right? This is nonsense. This is a busy time of year, but hey, interesting game, Rosie. Fox Valley Lutheran having a rough season, 1-3 overall. Freedom comes in 4-0 and actually one of the top teams in the state in Division 4. Now, Fox Valley Lutheran was supposed to join the Northeastern Conference or the Bay Conference this year, but obviously with everything that's going on with the pandemic and schools kind of switching around and schedules being reshuffled, FVL back in the NEC for one more season anyway, and then I guess assuming everything gets back to some normalcy, we'll transition to the Bay next season. So, hey, it's a good rivalry matchup, and we've actually got a whole bunch of good streams still coming up. We'll talk about that as we go along, but it is, Rosie, very refreshing and very makes me feel good knowing that at least the next 2 weeks I have scheduled. I'm not going week by week because you know that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, we're good. I just got to maneuver a camera thing here.
Yep, I noticed from a technical standpoint there's some back and forth here, so Rosie is working his magic with the cameras. That'll give me time to run through the game notes again. Now let's start with Fox Valley Lutheran, the home Foxes, 1-3 coming in, and the Foxes are coming off a tough 35-6 loss to Wrightstown last Friday in a Northeastern Conference matchup at Wrightstown. Remember, again, as I said, FVL joining the Bay next year, so at least they get a chance to play some of these rivalry games, although those two conferences will be crossover. So they'll still renew the rivalries that we've gotten used to here in the NEC. Fox Valley Lutheran's lone touchdown came in the fourth quarter, a 19-yard pass from quarterback Drew Mears to Brendan Schulz. The Foxes' defense had no answer for Wrightstown's powerful rushing attack. Few teams do, of course, as the Tigers finished with 401 yards and 5 scores on the ground, with Quincy Klister leading the way with 154 yards on 24 carries. Jared Pelishek and Logan Kale had 2 rushing touchdowns apiece for Wrightstown. Mears, meanwhile, threw for 72 yards on 12 of 23 passing, while Parker Knoll finished with 5 receptions for 26 yards, and Schultz added 3 catches for 29 yards. Seth Bowler led the Foxes in rushing with 26 yards on 7 carries. Overall, Wrightstown outgained FVL 420 to 108. On the season, Mears has thrown for 683 yards and 8 touchdowns while completing 57% of his passes. He does have 4 interceptions. Bowler is the Fox's top rusher with 218 yards and a touchdown on 35 carries. Nolan Schultz lead FVL in receiving. Noel with 18 receptions for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Schultz has 15 catches for 258 yards and 3 TDs. Jonah Bixby, he's the Fox's leading tackler with 43 total stops. Tate Scott is next with 37 total tackles. As a team, Fox Valley Lutheran averaging 74 yards per game on the ground and allowing 272 yards. Of course, again, that total skewed, I should say, with what Wrightstown was able to do last week. The Foxes are averaging 197 yards per game through the air and allowing 52. FVL's lone win was a 44-7 home victory over Marinette on October 9th. The Foxes have lost to Little Chute 28-13, Xavier in the Apple Bowl 54-18, and of course Wrightstown. By the way, Xavier really playing well. We saw them last week take down Hortonville over at Aiken Field. We streamed that game. And Xavier with a very intriguing matchup tonight against West De Pere, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Freedom, 4-0 on the season. The undefeated Irish enter tonight's game ranked 3rd in the state in Division 4 in this week's WizSports.net coaches poll. They're coming off an 18-12 win over Little Chute. That was a Northeastern Conference game. That was last Friday over in Freedom in the annual battle for the county ensign. We always like that game, Rosie.
That is. That's a fun game.
Yep, always fun when they play for a trophy. Quinn Taggy's 15-yard reception from quarterback Jackson Higgins late in the game, followed by the extra point, gave Freedom a 16-12 lead. The Irish then added a safety to close out the scoring to stay unbeaten. Taggy finished with 13 catches for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. The other a 24-yard score in the second quarter. Higgins threw for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns on 18 of 32 passing. Higgins also rushed for 84 yards on 15 attempts, while Reese Mantufel added 40 yards on 15 carries. Defensively, Mantufel and Hayden Van Camp tallied 2 sacks apiece. The Irish recorded 6 sacks overall. Mantufel and Balk each had 9 total tackles. That would be Austin Balk. On the season, Higgins has thrown for 585 yards and 7 touchdowns while completing 54% of his throws. He does have 5 interceptions. Higgins leads a 3-pronged attack when it comes to the Freedom ground game. His 223 yards and 3 touchdowns on 33 carries lead the way. Mantufel is next with 196 yards and 2 scores on 36 attempts, followed by John Verhasselt with 186 yards and 6 touchdowns on 19 carries. Now, I was told that Verhasselt is out for tonight's game, so we'll see how that changes things for the Irish. Taggy, the top receiver for Freedom, with 23 receptions for 210 yards and 4 touchdowns. Connor Dickrell, however, is tops in receiving yards with 231 on 11 catches. He also has 3 TDs. Van Camp has the most sacks on the team with 5, while Mantufel's 31 total tackles lead the way in that department. As a team, Freedom averaging 187 yards per game on the ground while allowing just 58 yards. The Irish balanced attack, averaging 151 yards, I should say, per game through the air, and allowing 145. Freedom's victory so far: Winneconne 48-14, Denmark 38-7, Wapaka 42-7, and then the close one with the rival Mustangs last week. Xavier, by the way, talking about the Hawks, so ranked above. Well, I got the rankings in front of me here. If I can just find those. I believe the Hawks are number 2 in the state in Division 4. But again, that one, a very interesting game. Hawks open the season with a 41-7 road victory over New London, then follow that up with a resounding 54-18 win over FVL at Rocky Blyer Field before taking down Shawano and then Hortonville. Xavier is scheduled to check that. Freedom, I'm sorry. Freedom, my game notes are mixed up, and I apologize. Freedom opened the season with a 41-7 road victory over New London. Actually, check that. Rosie, I'm all over the board here.
You are.
My game notes, that was last week's game notes, so I apologize why I'm even reading that. Hey, it's cold. It's freezing.
Well, and they played the Monday Night Football song, so maybe you thought it was a Monday, and, it's all off.
Apologize for that. Omit anything I just said about Xavier. We'll worry about the Hawks and West De Pere coming up here tonight. So thanks for joining us on postcrescent.com and facebook.com/postcrescent. And we will return following our national anthem.
I think we can all agree that not much lately has been business as usual, but one constant will always remain the same. FBL and the WIAA will always require good sportsmanship at all education-based sporting events. For the courtesy and enjoyment of all in attendance, please direct your cheers and enthusiasm towards the players, coaches, officials, and of course each other in a positive manner. And now, to honor America, we ask those who are able to please stand. Remove your hat and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem.
Again, thanks to everybody joining us tonight. Hope you're all warm and cozy. Rosie, how you doing down there? You're in the elements.
Yeah, I'm doing good so far. I've pretty much prepped for the
you got your
for the occasion.
You got your snow pants and boots. I'm just wondering. I'm kind of looking at the flag to your right. The wind is blowing from right to left, so from north to south. Just wondering how that's going to affect the passing game because both teams like to sling it a little bit. But it doesn't look like it's gusting too bad, so I don't think that's going to hurt any sort of offensive game plans for each side. I know LFL likes to whip it around as well, but something to keep an eye on. And of course, on a chilly night, unseasonably cold, Rosie.
Yeah. Almost 30, mid-30s, low 30s.
It doesn't look like it's going to improve all that much coming up. So I think we'll get some warm days. But always something to keep an eye on when it is cool like this is slick footballs. And turnover is always the key in any game. So we'll see ball security. Who wins that battle might end up winning this game. Although tall order, I think, for FVL tonight, Freedom is playing awfully good football. And come out with a big win over a tough Little Chute team that plays really good defense. We saw Little Chute a couple weeks ago push Wrightstown to the absolute limit as well. Kind of battle-tested, at least, coming into this one.
Yeah, one difference I noticed this year with FVL, last year they had a really good defense. I mean, they played great defense. They took some really good teams on, and this year the numbers don't show that the defenses that they had last year is here this year.
Graduation, teams change year after year. But you mentioned last year, and I'll talk about that. We streamed these two teams here last year, and FVL, if my memory serves, I think had a 15-6 lead.
Yeah.
And then Freedom came back with a couple third-quarter scores and ended up winning a real tight one. I think it was 20-17.
And I think FVL had a shot, but that block punt rolled out of the end zone.
Remember that? Yeah. If that doesn't roll out of the end zone, they fall on that and win the game.
Yeah.
So FVL, we'll go over that. FVL's has had some real good seasons in recent years, so it's good to see the resurgence of this program.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Real happy that obviously with the 3 Appleton public schools unable to play, a lot of the Green Bay area public schools shut down, or I should say teams, football, shut down and move into the spring option. It's nice that at least we're able to get Xavier and now Fox Valley Lutheran to represent the city of Appleton.
Yep, and it's good to get Freedom too. It's just tough to stream from Freedom. So fingers crossed they'll get past something to get those facilities up. But good to be here tonight.
Yeah, and again, we've been pretty fortunate. We've been able to live stream Kaukauna, Wrightstown, Little Chute, Xavier, Hortonville, now Freedom and FVL. So we've been able to spread it out. Now next week we're going to be at Kaukauna as the Ghosts host Wrightstown, in what should be a really fun matchup, pretty intriguing game there. And then 2 weeks from now we're going to see this Freedom team again go over to Wrightstown for what presumably will be the Northeastern Conference Championship game. And that should be a fun one too. So those are the 2 live streams locked for now. But as we all know, in this real odd season, things can change.
Yes.
So we're just taking it. I noticed on the tarp that covers the field on the sideline here, FEL, on the far right, it says day by day. And that's how we're going to take it, day by day, especially when it comes to scheduling these games, Varsity Game of the Week live streams. Again, Freedom 4-0, Fox Valley Lutheran 1-3. And we're getting ready for kickoff. Looks like Freedom's going to get the ball first. And back to receive is number 3, Austin Balk, and number 16, A.J. Opperman. Just waiting for the Foxes to get all lined up here. Rosie, this would typically be playoff time now.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, why is it so cold? And I'm like, okay, yeah, should be playoffs.
Well, we've done playoff games at this time of year, warm nights. So this is, again, unseasonably cold with people bundled in their winter gear. But usually by the end of the playoffs, when we go to Titan Stadium, typically for like a Kimberly-Fond du Lac or a Kimberly-Bayport State semifinal, we've had some bitter cold nights there at Titan. Thankfully, that's a nice toasty heater inside.
Yes, we're in there. Even though we have the windows open, it's still nice and toasty.
All right, we are underway from Fox Valley Lutheran. Looks like past the 25-yard line. We'll see where they officially mark this, and we are underway. And they're going to spot the ball. Looks like at the 29-yard line. So good spot for the Irish, and a first crack again at seeing both these teams. Looking forward to these Northeastern Conference battles. Looking forward to that alternate spring season as well. We can talk about that as this game goes along. And snap. And a good start. That's number 11, Jackson Higgins, the senior quarterback for the Irish, getting a pretty good push up front from that offensive line. So ball's going to be past the 35. They'll spot it at the 36.
Fox's tackle number 7, Drew Mears. Second down and 4.
Second and 4 for Freedom as Higgins waiting for it, and he's going to toss it to number 42, Reese Mantufel. And again, good start on the ground, Rosie. Looking good for the Irish. Again, getting a big push up front on that offensive line.
Yeah, they're opening holes. Just lots of room to run. Well, it's only been 2 plays, but still impressive.
So first and 10, ball at the 46-yard line, or check 46 for the Irish as Higgins again waiting for the snap and a toss. This time to Austin Balk, trying to get around that end, and a pretty good job there by that Fox's defense. A whole lot of maroon jerseys wrapping up Balk, who's a 6-foot senior, kind of a jack of all trades. He's listed as a running back, wide receiver, and a defensive back.
I must have jinxed him there.
Just good to have football, Rosie, and good to be streaming games.
It really is. It really is.
And that was going to be a procedure false start. You can see a little disjointed there on that play, so that's going to back up the Irish 5 yards. Again, looks like we have a nice viewing audience tonight, watching again on postcrescent.com, facebook.com/postcrescent. And I got to thank Sean Hill, the athletic director here at FVL, for making sure we were taken care of, squeezing us in the press box tonight. Another one in a long line of real good athletic directors we get to work with is Higgins. Nice little pass, and look at this.
Whoa.
First pass play of the night finds Benjamin
Pass complete to 26, Benjamin
Bartosik, a senior. Just found him in the flat in the middle of that defense, and that's going to move the sticks in Fox's territory. Inside the 45, they'll mark it at the 43.
Yeah, nice little mini bootleg out and just tossed it to him, and there he was.
Nice when you have a dual-threat quarterback like Higgins, because that defense has to honor the fact that he can pick up some yards with his legs. So a little play fakes are, I imagine, going to come in pretty handy and open up the passing game like we just saw right there.
Yeah, that'll keep you honest all night.
Ooh, nice little fake, and Higgins right up the gut, pushing his way forward.
Up the middle, Higgins.
Boy, he is getting a good push from that old line.
78, Luke Modric.
Inside the 35, so a nice-looking drive for the Irish. 2nd and 2 coming up. Actually going to spot it. We'll call it right at the 35.
35-yard line, 2nd and 2.
Higgins directing traffic to Mantufel behind him. Little play fake again on the run. Looking for something. He might just have to throw this away. Getting chased hard. Brought down. How about big 74 for the Foxes? Zachary Madkey, the junior.
By 74, Eli Retzloff.
Oh, check that. Eli Retzloff, they're saying. Okay, that's a different player than that's listed on the program.
Was that 70? What was that?
Well, I thought that was 74.
78? I don't even know. And I'm the guy with the camera.
I thought Higgins was going to kind of...
There's a 75 on the sidelines there, but...
Higgins now drops back looking for a screen to Mantufel. Let's see if the Foxes can snuff that out. They do. And Rosie, that 2nd down and short where Higgins was brought down, maybe at that point you just want to throw it away, live for another play. It would have been 3rd and short. Instead, now the Foxes are going to be back to receive this punt.
Second tackle of the game, 74.
Yeah, I think at that you're right. At that point, you just toss the ball away. I mean, you don't want to take that big loss like that. And no. See what happened. Now they're punting for him.
Just Just checking the numbers. Brecken Thomas, number 10, and Parker Knoll, number 17, back to receive this punt. Nice high punt and caught. Whoa, fumble.
Whoa.
Let's see what. Oh, I can't tell who got it. I think the Foxes, yeah, they recover.
Oh.
No harm, no foul. I guess Knoll looking to try to make something happen, muffed it, but landed on it, and the Foxes take a deep sigh of relief.
Well, hey, maybe that's a good sign for them. The ball bounces your way.
Ball be spotted at the FPL.
You never know in football, right?
It's true.
Goofy shaped football can bounce any which way. So,
Well, and I remember last year on that play when they blocked that punt, the groan of the coaches when it rolled out of the back of the end zone. And it was like, we blocked it. Oh, it rolled out.
Ball at the 10 for the Foxes. First time we're seeing FVL's offense, and there's a handoff. Ooh, we've got some running room. Nice little run.
Nice
That's number 47 carrying the football, Seth Voller.
Seth Voller.
Senior. Big kid, 5'11", but 225 pounds.
Moves well for a 225-pounder.
Didn't see who the lead blocker was. I was watching him, but he was kind of pushing the lead blocker to get out of the way, too.
I saw that.
So second down, and I guess we'll call it 2 for FVL. Good 8-yard run for Voller, and he's going to get the handoff again, looking for some running room. Just crashes past the 20. That's going to be a first down.
Good looking back. Very John Riggins-esque.
Yeah. For those watching, YouTube him.
Yes. If you don't know, John Riggins, R-I-G-G-I-N-S.
Great Washington running back. For those Joe Gibbs Super Bowl winning squads. Joe Theismann was the quarterback. Was it Art Monk, the receiver?
Yeah.
The Hogs, right?
Yeah.
The offensive line, yeah, it was a great team back then. Mears finds a nice little throw. That's going to be to number 10, Brecken Thomas, a senior. So Mears to Thomas. First time we're seeing the passing game for FVL. And good start to this drive.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 23-yard line. Pick up second down and 7.
Second and 7 from the 23. Mears drops back. He's got time. Going to sling it over this way. And almost intercepted. Wow.
Pass incomplete, intended for 17.
Almost a great catch and almost a great interception, and all for naught.
Yeah, Parker Knoll was the intended receiver, but A.J. Opperman in coverage for the Irish. Opperman just about with the big pick, but couldn't come up with it. And third down now coming up for FVL. And again, you think, Rosie, slick ball.
Yeah.
A lot of hands trying to knock that thing away from both Opperman and then Knoll, the receiver, as well.
Yeah, and it's colder, so you got to wonder if it's a little bit harder.
Big third down coming up for the Foxes. Mears fires, and I think, whoa.
Oh, hell, he might have got it at that last effort.
Well, let's see where they're going to spot it. That pass was complete to Brendan Schultz. He was trying to lunge, and they're going to give him the first down. So good job by Schultz.
Yeah, really good second effort on that to pick that up.
6 foot, 180-pound senior wideout for the Foxes. Yeah, just reaching for that first down marker, and they give it to him. They're going to spot the ball at the 30-yard line. Such odd atmospheres at these fields, Rosie. I mean, from what we're used to, so quiet now. Mears going to fire it over. Nope. I can't tell if that was batted down or just came off his hands wrong, but very wobbly. Intended for Knoll, but incomplete, 2nd and 10, but, just quiet, eerie.
Yeah, when it's a pass, you definitely know it because you can just hear everybody yell, pass.
I mean, I look in front of you, just empty bleachers everywhere, and then usually there's bands playing, and, we're used to streaming games and just packed houses.
Yeah, this is almost like just football in the backyard.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of feel like that with the NFL too.
Yeah.
Good, a tough, hard run by Voller.
Brought to the ground by 26, Benjamin Bartosik.
You get that when you're watching the World Series with, they're trying to pipe in some noise. I think there might be some players' families there, maybe in attendance. They're playing that game where the Texas Rangers play, and but it's a World Series. You'd think there'd be just craziness and energy, but at least we have some sports, something to kind of take your mind off of everything. And
yeah, I would say something is better than nothing.
yeah, just some entertainment.
Oh,
Look at
he's got a
that,
guy.
dude. Mears had a little pressure. Parker Knoll, the intended receiver. If Mears maybe had a second or two longer, he might have been able to time that a little bit better with Knoll. But instead, fourth down coming up, so the Foxes will punt it away. But yeah, throughout this pandemic, Rosie, when sports were down and entertainment, it was tough. I mean, and you're getting hammered by bad news constantly, and yeah, just some good news someday would be great. Yeah, but again, just having some entertainment and watching sports or movies. I don't know. Are our TV shows coming out with some new stuff now? I believe so. Yeah, new seasons are out. Yeah, so that was close to being blocked, and ooh, watch out! Oh. That was Austin Balk doing a good job of scooping that ball, and boy, I would not want to be a punt returner. No, I mean you got a whole bunch of angry guys coming right at you, even when you fair catch, and they're not giving you a whole lot of space. Well, and with all the rain too, we didn't really get a whole lot of sun to dry anything out. So the colder it gets, you got to wonder if is it going to be slicker out there, or just footing, and it's 2 muff punts we've seen. So obviously something's up with the ball. Getting a couple of messages, Rosie, that the camera's zooming in and not following the play really well. So I don't know if there's some technical issues down there, but just letting you know. Camera's zooming in. Short yard on the game. I don't really see that going on my screen over here. I don't either. But I know actually Ricardo said the same thing a little while ago. Oh, I don't know.
2-yard gain on the play. Second down and 8.
Hopefully let me see if any of the wires are on the zoom. Okay.
I think it was just a camera switch.
Oh, could have been. Because I have not seen any zooming.
So right
and
there.
And of course, as they have it, I was on camera too and didn't follow the action for one. So
right. So we'll get it cleared up, folks. We apologize for some of the technical deals here.
2 guys in the live stream tonight.
Yeah, we missed Ricardo. We know you're watching. We miss you. But
Get
again,
better.
Rosie, that the camera that you're on is actually not the right. I don't know if you have them mixed up on the switcher or up here.
Oh, really?
But camera 2 is actually the wide shot.
Let's see. Okay. I wonder if it'd be easy for you to switch them there.
Well, let's just follow this drive here.
Okay.
As Freedom 1st and 10 from
All right.
45 is Higgins going back, looking downfield, and did he catch it? They give him the catch. How about that play? Quinn Taggy, the first time we're calling his name, 6'3", 202-pound senior.
Okay.
And a nice ball along the sideline and a heck of a grab with that boundary right there. So Taggy and Higgins hooking up on a big play.
So right now you're seeing the faraway camera.
Correct.
Right now you're seeing the close camera.
Yes.
Okay.
As Higgins tosses it to Mantufo, looking for room. Oh, big block. And following a big block, we'll get his name and number.
Whoa.
Cuts it back inside. Mantufo looking, and he is in from 30 yards.
Irish number 42, Reese.
Benjamin Bartosik, the senior running back, with a big-time block to help Mantufo spring it back inside, and he was off to the races untouched, and Freedom strikes first. How about that run?
Well, whatever he ran at about, 15 to 20 on for going across the field and back over?
But Bartosik, a big-time block, leading the way. And Carson Hofacker, now the senior, out for the PAT.
All right, maybe I'll switch these cameras. Things quick here while we got time.
Freedom Irish, and FEL
So
0.
7-0, Irish with the lead.
Okay, we may go off for a sec. You might not have any picture. You'll get video or audio though.
All right, so folks, just again trying to clean up this technical issue here. Looks like it might be something with the cables and the switcher here, so we apologize. But hopefully the Freedom fans saw that nice run by Reese Mantufel. 30-yard score with Bartosik leading the way as the lead blocker. Hofacker with the extra point, and we're 7-0 Irish with the lead. Looking at these two teams, FEL right now scheduled, I believe, at Denmark. That's what I've seen on the schedule. NEC game kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. But not sure if that one will still be played. So I know Denmark hasn't played a game since October 2nd. Freedom's at Marinette next Friday.
All right, let's see, do we have the kickoff?
Yeah, and you're moving the camera right there.
All right, good. Okay, apologize for that.
Noel has it, looking for some space, finds a little seam. Oh, and he's on his feet. Just about broke it, but great field position. And a flag on top of that. I wonder what that's going to be. Could that be a face mask possibly? Let's see what the official ends up calling.
I believe that was a touchdown saving tackle.
It was. I thought, yep, that's going to be a personal foul, horse collar tackle on Freedom. So tack on 15 more yards. And FEL is going to be starting in Freedom territory. But heck of a run by Noel. He just about spun through that, and I thought he was going to be off to the races as well. But great field position for this Foxes team, and looking to answer that 30-yard touchdown run by Reese Mantufel. Dating back to the 02 season, I kind of had to dig a little bit, but these two teams have split their 18 matchups, 9-9.
Really?
Yeah, the Irish, though, have won the last 2 and 6 of the past 8 meetings as Mears fires over to Noel. And you can hear the Foxes, the fans in front of us, trying to cheer on their team, trailing 7-0. And it looks like about an 8-yard pickup for Mears to Noel. Yeah, the last Foxes victory over Freedom came back in 2017. That was a 16-14 win that gave them a 2-game winning streak in the series. Talk about last season's matchup here in a second. Again, we streamed that game. That was a heck of a battle.
Yeah, I really wish these the closer communities around here would be able just to play each other every year.
Look at Mears looking for the first down, and he has it. A good little run by the quarterback.
Because sometimes with these games, you just have to throw the record right out the window, because you're just going to end up. You're just going to have a good game because one team gets up for the other one, and I got to beat these guys because they beat us last year.
First down.
So we'll see if that's the case tonight.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Foxes. Ball inside the 35, marked at the 33. So a nice kickoff return followed by the horse collar tackle, and now a first down, and the Foxes are on the move, and I think we're going to get a false start on FVL that'll back them up 5 yards. But last season's matchup, which was played here in a game we streamed, the Irish, battled back from a 15-6 deficit to earn a 2017 victory, and at that time clinch a share of the NEC title. Third quarter touchdown runs by Reese Mantufel and John Verhassel paced the Freedom comeback. Isaiah Ullman tossed 2 touchdown passes for the Foxes. Mears hands off to Voller, spinning his way, but good stop.
47, Seth Voller.
That was number 11, Jackson Higgins. How about that? Your quarterback also playing a little linebacker and standing up. The physical Voller on that play. Second down, ball at the 36-yard line.
So he's like the quarterback from Fond du Lac a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, what was his name? Raditz, right?
Yeah, that's. you just wonder, is that a good idea? But hey, if they can do it and don't get hurt, why
Yeah,
not?
you don't see that very often at that level. The VFA, and look at Bowler on his run, trying to get inside the 10, still on his feet, and he is marked down shy of the goal line. That's a 35-yard run officially for Bowler. I thought he got that ball across, Rosie.
Yeah.
Spinning his way down, running with some angry running there, just churning those legs and dragging the pile.
Running with it. That's what you call running with authority.
Yeah, absolutely. And the offensive coordinator has to give it back to him now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta reward the big fella. See if he can plunge this one through from a yard out. Bowler has it, and he's trying to. Nope, he's not going to make it. I think number 26 for Freedom, one of the first guys there, Bartosik. See where they mark this ball. I give it to him again.
Yep.
He's a physical runner. That's going to back him up a couple yards. The ball will be at the 3, second and goal.
Maybe pitch it out to him. Looks like that'll. They'll try it on the other end.
Fun game brewing here at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. And again, Sean Hill, the athletic director, we appreciate him very much. I didn't actually get in touch with Sean until Tuesday, and we were joking because I'm almost obsessive compulsive in putting these schedules together, getting way ahead of things and trying to get a schedule mapped up. Had one actually put together this past spring. And, of course, it all got reshuffled.
Yeah.
Then I had another one kind of set, and that got all reshuffled. And finally I just said whatever. And then the week 1, we were supposed to do Kaukauna and Notre Dame, and that game got canceled on Thursday afternoon, which left us without a game. So thankfully we've been able to get in here on a roll from weeks 2 through 5. But Sean and I were just kind of joking. It's like, what do you do? I mean, and so appreciate him for accommodating us when I got in touch with him on Tuesday.
Yeah, it is a season of short notice this year.
Well, I even said to Sean, I said, well, what am I going to do for basketball? I mean, I said, I want to see what's going on first before I start reaching out to athletic directors, what kind of a season we're going to have.
From the 3-yard line.
We'll worry about hoops here in a few weeks. Second and goal for the Foxes to open this second quarter here. Mears waiting. And watch out. Oh, blitz coming and brought down. I saw 42 Mantufel coming very hard off the edge. And what was a promising start to this drive, Rosie, first and goal. At the 1, now is backed up to, I think, about the 8-yard line.
Third down.
So third and goal. Lost 7 yards on 2 plays. But credit that Irish defense for
I say
stiffening here.
pitch it out to the big guy, let him ramble over somebody.
Well, the question is, I guess I don't know what kind of a kicker FVL has, but is this 4-down territory? Will Coach Seth Yeager go for it if they can't complete this? As Mears looking for something. Going to sling it in, and
what a catch.
What a throw and what a catch. And that's number 9, Brendan Schultz, catching the dart.
Wow, kept both feet in.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right in front of the official, too.
Touchdown catch number 9, Brendan Schultz.
Kick is through the uprights. And we are tied at 7 apiece with 11:14 to play.
Ties your score 77.
Boy, Mears was running out of room. Not a whole lot of space there, and he uncorked a bullet to Schultz. And like you said, right against that sideline, he caught it. He looked down at his feet, and the official, both arms are right in the air because he was standing right there. And a good answer by this Fox's offense after the touchdown run by Mantufel. Nice little drive. Keyed by that big run from Seth Bowler.
Yeah, he pretty much put that ball the only place it could be.
This is where we miss Ricardo. He always keeps the play-by-play sheet. We don't miss him otherwise, but we miss him for doing that. Whereas you're on the cameras, I'm trying to keep scoreboard and scoring plays, all that good stuff, and didn't get a final tally on how far Voller ran to set it up at the 1. But credit the Foxes not getting 2 down after losing 7 yards on those 2 plays. All of a sudden you go from a 1st and goal to a 3rd and goal. 1st and goal from the 1 to a 3rd and goal from the 8. So a low kick, and that's going to be picked up by Balk at the 10. Let's see if he has any running room along the outside, and he gets past the 30. I feel like we're going to have a good game here tonight.
I think so.
Looking at some of the scores over the years, and there have been some lopsided games, of course, but there have been some battles, too. Back in 2017, FPL won, as I said, 16-14. That was a close one. 21-12 back in 2011. 20 to FPL won that game. Freedom in 2010, 20-18. So it's a rivalry game.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, sometimes you just got to throw the record of the team out the window.
Well, we saw FPL answer. Let's see if Freedom now can do the same. 1st and 10 at the 32 for the Irish. Higgins gives it to Mantufel. And a pretty good job. I mean, nice job. Nice good run, but a good job by that Fox defense to kind of set that edge. I think Mantufel was looking to bounce it outside, but still lowered his shoulder and picks up a few. Or do we have a flag here? Nope, they're waving it off. So the officials talk things over. Ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
No foul on the play, no flag.
I'll have to see if I can take a look at what's going on in that. See if we can figure things out as far as what's going on with Xavier. How about Higgins going down?
Oh! Higgins pass incomplete. That's how you defend the pass.
Yeah, Cole Arts, how about that, the senior defensive back? I think that was intended for Connor Dickrell, number 14, but Cole Arts doing a heck of a job. Again, we apologize for some of the earlier camera angles, seeing some emails coming in from Tim Anderson, Jim Doden. We apologize.
I believe we got them fixed now, don't we?
We do.
Okay.
So we appreciate the folks letting us know that we had little bit of a snafu there, but we're good and clean, and we'll be good the rest of the way. So 2nd down now, or 3rd down coming up for the Irish. Higgins looking for the 1st down, and he's going to be short by a yard. And if you're Frank Mattia, the head coach at Freedom, what do you do here? Doesn't seem like he's in too much of a rush to bring out his punt unit, and 4th and 1 coming up here as Higgins going under center.
Wow.
And he's going to get that big push and more. Wow. Past the 45, down to the 46. I like it. I like that. I wish more teams would do that. You see so much spread and, that pistol or shotgun, even on short yardage stuff or goal line stuff. And I like the fact that Higgins just got under center and just sneaked it through and let his big offensive line push his way to a 1st down.
And then some.
There's a toss. Balk looking for some running room near side. Good job spinning his way. He's got a 1st down.
Number 3, Austin Balk. Tackled by number 10, Bracken Thomas.
And Ricardo sending us an update. How about Kakana leading DC Everest 15-0? Evergreens have been fantastic.
Yeah. They've been. That has to be the surprise program of this year so far, I would think.
Ghosts going over to Schofield tonight. A little road trip as Balk now the other side, and there's going to be, looks like a couple flags here, and you can see one of the FEL defenders clapping his hands, so could be a hold. Let's see what the officials do when they confer and what the call or calls will be.
No triangulation on this one.
Yeah, I saved that email, by the way.
Okay.
That is a hold against Freedom.
Holding offense.
I saved that email because we always joke about those punts that sail out of bounds and how they figure out where to mark it. And was it Ken, our unofficial rules analyst, was kind of letting us know about whatever that phrase is or term is.
The official.
Ricardo always brings up the word, but then I had a nice email from Ron Joten a couple weeks ago kind of explaining it in a little bit more detail.
49-yard line.
So I thought anytime we run into it, I can just read that email and explain how they do it. Boy, Higgins fires, and nice catch by Taggy.
I got a good chunk of that penalty yardage.
Yeah,
back.
and good job by Higgins to deliver a nice ball to Taggy under some big-time pressure.
Yeah, he throws a good ball. He really does.
Higgins, and I think we're going to get it. Looks like FBL wants a timeout to talk things over here. Got it right before the snap. So we're actually looking at 2nd down and 12, ball at the 41-yard line coming back out of this timeout. Freedom, as I said, scheduled to face rival Wrightstown in 2 weeks in the regular season finale. That matchup probably, unless something strange happens, but, well, who knows tonight? We'll see.
Now, they don't play for anything, do they? That would seem like a rivalry game that you should play for something.
Oh, like a trophy? No, they don't. And I believe that even goes way back to the Olympian Conference days. That was like Olympia or Valders and Denmark.
Yeah.
And Reedsville, I think, was in that. Mishicot.
Yeah.
Freedom. Wrightstown. Yeah. Brillion. Was Brillion in that conference too, maybe? I know Wrightstown and Brillion, that's a real, used to be a really good rivalry too, but that Freedom Wrightstown game in 2 weeks could determine the Northeastern Conference Championship unless FVL decides to make things interesting tonight, but we'll be there to stream it. As always, our live coverage that night will begin at 6:45 p.m. from Wrightstown High School. Always enjoy our trips over there. But first things first, week 5 before week 7, Rosie, and 2nd down coming up for Higgins. Nice little job to juke the defender, but a lot of red jerseys and maroon jerseys swarming around Higgins to bring up 3rd and long.
Got by the first wave, not the second.
50, Ethan Melso. From the 39-yard line, 3rd and 10.
FPL fans in front of us imploring the defense to make a big stop. Higgins waits. He has it. He's going to sling it over to, that's number 2, Carson Holfacker. I think they're trying to set up a little bit of a screen there for Holfacker, but the Foxes were ready, and I think Freedom's going to punt this away, Rosie. I think it's a good call. Try to pin the Foxes deep. But you never know. Watch out for the fakes, too.
Yeah.
From the 37-yard line, 4th down.
Maybe a little. Well. Try and pin him down, pooch it a little bit. Of course, it's probably a little bit more than a pooch.
Brecken Thomas and Parker Knoll back for this one. And there we go. I bet. Should I read the email now?
There you go.
There you go. Ball sails out of bounds. Procedure is when the referee sees the ball heading toward the sideline, he positions himself behind the punter and in a direct line of the path of the ball.
3-yard line.
When the ball lands out of bounds, the nearest official to the punt receivers, he walks along the sideline with arm or hand raised. When he hits the location between the referee and the spot where the ball landed, the referee stops his motion, and that is where the ball is marked. That's from Ron Joten in an email, and kind of telling you how things work as far as spotting the football, and they're gonna spot it at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Foxes. So I'm going to keep that forever.
I think that's a good idea.
It's really well laid out. As Mears now, he's going deep downfield. That's going to be short. What a pick by Balk, one-handed. Freedom with the ball. What an interception by Austin Balk.
Austin Balk.
The senior raising his one arm up and just snares it from the sky, brings it down, keeps control, and it's going to be at the 42-yard line. That receiver had a step or two on the defenders, but I could tell that the ball looked like it was underthrown, and Freedom, couple guys right there, but Balk was the one who picked it out of the air. Heck of an athletic interception right away. Freedom with the big turnover. Now Higgins going to go deep downfield, and almost a reception, but falls incomplete. That was to A.J. Opperman. So the quarterback's trying to show off their arms here a little bit.
Yeah, if he would have, the ball hadn't been underthrown, I think it's 6 points.
Yeah, and the wind.
He had a good 3 yards on those.
Wind not really a factor here anymore either. Very light wind, light breeze as I look at the flag there to the south end of the stadium. Second down, and Higgins. He's on the run, looking for a block, trying to get outside. Good tackle.
All right, nice tackle.
Looks like that was number 21 for FBL, Jonah Bixby. First time we're calling his name tonight. The 5'11", 182-pound senior linebacker coming in quick to bring down Higgins. So 3rd and 10 for the Irish.
Yeah, your flag is not blowing nearly as much as it was when I first got here.
Higgins fires, taggy, and he'll be stopped short. Credit, I think that was number 11, Jacob Schumacher, the sophomore. And 17, Parker Knoll, in on that as well. Actually, it's number 17. I'm having a hard time with their numbers sometimes. 7s look like 1s out there on their jerseys. So give credit Parker Knoll, the senior defensive back, coming in, bringing down Taggy. So good job, Rosie, by this Fox's defense, too, after the turnover, to force a 3 and out. Again, though, always got to be kind of making sure that they're not going to try something tricky. It's a nice, booming punt, high punt. Fair catch is the signal, and good job by Knoll to secure that.
It'll be 1st and 10 Foxes.
All right, well, if you're the Foxes, I think you just keep business as usual here. You're moving the ball. I mean, you just had the underthrown bomb, but other than that, I don't see any reason to switch anything up.
Mears hands off. Knowles got it, but nowhere to go. Oh, nice little move, though. Made a little something out of nothing. I thought number 21 for the Irish, Dylan Boogie, did a nice job chasing down Mears, but Mears picks up about 4. Second down coming up. Just checking out some scores here. Again, if you anybody at the game, looks like West Appear with a 13-0 lead over Xavier. Interesting. I thought Xavier would roll in that game because West Appear's been off. First time West Appear's been back at it. Handoff. Nope. Play fake. Oh! That was there.
Oh, yes, it was.
Brecken Thomas, the intended receiver. Nice little play fake to Voller. And actually, that's where I thought the ball was going, but a quick strike to Thomas just couldn't connect. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 6, ball at the 23.
They'll tell me you had a little too much butter on your toast this morning. That's why it slipped through your hands. Yeah, they needed that. I could have used that one. That was...
Wrightstown with a 7-0 lead over Marinette. As Mears will pump fake and loft it up, and almost the catch. Knoll was the intended receiver there in Manteuffel on coverage, so almost a connection twice, but just couldn't happen. So FVL is going to have to punt it away. Game tied, 7 apiece. Good battle here in the Northeastern Conference.
Well, and I was wondering on that one, if the Freedom defender would have looked back, he may have had a chance to pick that one off.
Back to receive number 3, Austin.
Yeah, he was just concentrating on staying with the receiver. And, low snap, but good job by the punter to handle it. Nice punt coming back, and Balk now, watch out. He's got some wheels. Boy. Got out of traffic. Finally brought down, but in FVL territory. Good job by Balk to concentrate, bring it in, and then make a little bit of a return off of that.
Good open field tackle, too.
But if you know anybody who's at a game and or is following a game on the radio or something, possibly, and they're on Twitter, tell them to tweet the scores using the hashtag HSSWI. Allows us to scroll through using that hashtag and check out some area scores. Swing pass, that's number 21 for the Irish.
Keep the legs churning and get that extra yardage.
Dylan Boogie with the reception. Senior wide receiver. Kind of looking at that Freedom coaching staff. Clint Krewalt is one of the assistants on there. Of course, Krewalt, the former head coach, did a great job with this program. Played in the NFL, won a Super Bowl ring with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pride of UW-Stevens Point, Rosie, is Balk with a tough run. Got to bring up my pointers when I have a chance. I know Rosie, Ricardo loves that.
Yeah, I could bring up the Blue Devils, but people will say, Duke? No, Stout.
I also see Bo Casper on the staff. Remember a good athlete in back in the day, good hurdler in track. Charlie Jaden, Brock Killian. I'm starting to get old.
That is a good group of names.
Yeah, I'm starting to get old when these guys are coming back and coaching now. Jeez. Higgins has it. Woo, big old number 74 just said that's enough.
Yeah.
Zachary Madkey.
Eli Retzloff.
Okay, that's Eli Retzloff again. I'm just going to have to change the name. I got Zachary Madkey on my program. So we'll change it to Eli Retzloff. And credit Eli with a big tackle. No gain on that play. Second down, ball at the 33-yard line. Higgins, Mantufel. And third down coming up, and Rosie, I got to think 4-down territory in this spot when you're inside the 30.
Oh yeah, I think you're no question about it. There, you're moving the ball well. Plus, if it ends up being short yardage, I mean, look what they did the last time. Trust the Hogs up front and go forward.
Yeah, third down coming up, ball at the 29-yard line. Let's see what Higgins does. He's gonna fire it just. A little off target there. Number 16, A.J. Opperman, was the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up like we thought. 4-down territory for the Irish. 4th and 6 at the 29, under 4 minutes to play. Quick moving first half, knock on wood.
Yeah. What do you think, bootleg pass or little dump pass, or maybe just go forward?
Try to use something to the wide side of the field maybe. And Higgins has some wheels too. Maybe he gets out and moving.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to swing it and Taggy. His big old receiver there, and he got the first down.
Good play call there.
Just enough for an Irish first down.
Announcer says it's just enough for a first down. That's pretty much apt there.
Wrightstown 21-0 lead over Marinette for the Northeastern Conference fans. Boy, Wrightstown, tough team. We saw them against Little Chute. That was a battle, though. That was a defensive battle. What was it, 9-6 was that the final?
I think so, yeah.
That was one on a field goal, yeah. Over at Fitzpatrick Field,
and
just nearby.
That was how long was that field goal?
Boy, I can't remember. I have to look back, but
it was not a chip shot.
No, it was a good kick by the kid. We were streaming that game at Little Chute High School. Good battle. Couple tough losses for the Mustangs. Look at this, Mantufel trying to get his way into the end zone. He's in. That's an 18-yard score for Mantufel, his second rushing touchdown of the game.
18-yard run on the play. Into the end zone, touchdown, Irish.
Tough runner. So credit that fourth down hookup from Higgins to Taggy to keep the chains moving. And moments later, Mantufel with his second rushing touchdown of the night. Got a couple powerful running backs with Mantufel and Freedom, and Bowler with FVL.
Yeah, he broke through a pretty good wall there.
He did. Strong kid. Holfacker, and that one is no good. Sails wide right. So
no good. 2 minutes and
We'll
50
keep it as is on the scoreboard.
All right.
13-7, Irish with the lead, 2:59 to play, and we'll see if the Foxes can answer and maybe put some points on the scoreboard going in to the break. Mantufel now, 18-yard run there, and then the 30-yard run with 3:05 to play in the first quarter. So he has both of Freedom's scores. FVL's score came early here in the second quarter. The 8-yard pass from Mears to Schultz that tied it up at 7 apiece. Yeah, talking about Wrightstown, the Tigers are at Marinette tonight and leading 21-zip, and then at Kaukauna next week. As I said, we're live streaming that game over at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. Really looking forward to that one. A little bit of a tie with the head coach, Coach Binsfield at Kaukauna. He used to be the head coach at Freedom or Wrightstown. He led the Tigers, I think, to the state title in 2011, I want to say.
What is that? How far is that up to Marinette? Is that about a 2-hour drive?
No, I don't think, not quite. I've had to make that drive because actually my youngest played in this conference, and that was when the league had been realigned. So made a few trips to Marinette. Didn't seem like it was that long. It was long enough though. Freeway driving the whole way.
Oh, okay.
Knoll out to about the 29-yard lines where they're going to spot it. Freedom won last year's Northeastern Conference Championship, so looking for back-to-back titles. They also won a crown in 2015. First and 10 for the Foxes at the 29. FEL with 2 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time, 2:52, and they got a quarterback that can throw it around a little bit. And again, the wind has really died off now. The flag barely blowing. So Mears has a good arm. We'll see if he can get the Foxes offense down the field quickly. And he's going to play fake and hand off to, I should say pump fake and hand off to Voller. A good start to this one, about 4 or 5 yards.
Benjamin Bartosek.
Nothing fancy there, Rosie. Just lowers the head and shoulders and plows forward. Lets that offensive line do the work for him as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the way to do it.
4-yard gain on the play.
Second and 6, ball at the 33 for the Foxes. Clock running, under 2:30 to play as Mears directs traffic a little bit.
I have to speed up just a hint there.
Fake toss to Voller. Mears looking downfield. Almost over the middle, a diving grab.
Intended for
33.
Cade Sharon.
Cade Sharon was the intended receiver on that, and just about came up with the catch. Sharon, a 6'3" senior wideout for the Foxes. By the way, everybody watching live tonight online, check out FVL's helmets because Rosie, you designed those, didn't you?
I did. There's sort of a shot of one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach asked me to come up with something. I did, and everyone was happy, except I guess they're kind of a pain to put together.
Well, there's a flag as Mears was looking for something on that third down run. That was 3rd and 6. And I'm guessing that's going to be a hold, and you have to think, Rosie, that Freedom will decline it, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, because he didn't run much time off the clock.
No, they're going to wave off the
okay.
flag.
All
Okay,
right.
so still 4th down now. Good job by that Freedom defense. Nowhere really for Mears to go. So 4th down, ball will be at the 34, 4th and 5. And a good situation now coming up for Freedom. Clock is still running, but the Irish with all 3 timeouts and should get the ball in pretty good field position. And now Freedom wants to burn a timeout, preserve as much clock as possible because Rosie FEL was in no hurry to punt it away. So Irish will have 2 timeouts remaining in the half coming off of this one. How many helmets have you designed around here?
Let me see. FEL, Appleton East. Xavier almost swapped. One of the players was trying to convince his dad, who was a coach at the time, to change it. It was kind of a Oregon Ducks type thing with the feathers.
Oh, yeah.
The hawk feathers.
Sure.
but they didn't go with that. I think that's about it. I kind of sent something to the Appleton West and the Appleton North, but nothing ever really came of it.
Well, if you know any coaches out there, anybody watching that want a kind of a rebrand or a reboot, give Jim Rosandick a call. He does a good job. And high punt, going to be down at the 38-yard line, 1:44 to go for the Irish with those 2 timeouts still to use up.
A few Milwaukee teams have just like requested stuff, so I've just put it out on the Wisconsin Helmet Project page on my Facebook, but never. I don't know if anything really happened to that. Like I think McQuantico was one of them.
McQuantico, yeah, I was thinking of Muskego.
Yeah.
So just kind of a hobby for you.
Yeah, just something to do.
Yep, and
have fun with it.
Yeah, kind of fun seeing your work out there. And good job, and good coverage. Cole Arts knocking it away. Opperman, the intended receiver, but that's again good coverage by Arts, the senior defensive back, knocking another one away.
I was gonna say, is that the second breakup?
Yeah, great, really good sticky coverage on Opperman. There wasn't much there. So second down, 1:38. Enticing. I know that the clock isn't exactly your friend, but you got Mantufel, who's a hard runner that can break some things that you want to get it to him, your playmakers, and there was some miscommunication between Higgins and Taggy. Higgins thrown outside, Taggy going inside.
Well, now you got to wonder if Freedom goes 3 and out here, you still have a lot of time.
Yeah. 1:33, clock stops, obviously, with the incompletions, and both teams with 2 timeouts. So we'll see what Freedom can do here in this big 3rd and 10. Again, ball at the 38-yard line. Higgins, he's got time, going deep downfield again, and this time I think Opperman has it. Wow.
Higgins pass complete.
That was great coverage again by Arts, Rosie, but this time Opperman wins the battle, and Higgins just kind of threw it high and gave his receiver a chance to come down with a big 3rd down completion inside the 30. Going to spot it at the 27-yard line and clock running.
Yeah, you can't ask for better coverage than that from your defense.
No.
That was just a well-thrown ball, a great catch.
And great protection up front by that big offensive line. That's Opperman again catching it and lunging himself out of bounds to stop the clock. But Higgins had time.
Complete A.J. Opperman. 5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 5.
It's just so eerily quiet on the field between plays.
Well, even at halftime, too. Usually the bands are out here. Higgins going to throw it again. Boy, Opperman, he's got the 1st down and gets out of bounds. So running some nice little out routes, Rosie. Moving the sticks and stopping the clock, preserving those timeouts if you need them.
Push out of bounds, tackle 21, Jonah Bixby.
See where they spot the ball. It's going to be inside the 20, looks like the 17.
Last play just enough for an Irish 1st down.
Higgins looking to his left. Nope, he's going to run. Nope, going to throw it up, looking for Taggy. Good catch, and he's in. He's in. That's 17-yard score. Wow.
Touchdown, Irish.
He just kind of took that ball right away and did the rest.
Just using that 6'3" frame.
Yeah.
Just reached up and had the size mismatch. Great hands, strong kid, and again 6'3", 202 pounds. Try to bring him down, the big tight end.
Yeah, he had just literally kind of grabbed that ball right out of the air, snatched it right out, and
then it was into the end zone from there.
Yeah,
his first touchdown of the night, Hofacker, and good on that PAT. So a big drive for the Irish, giving themselves a little bit of breathing room.
FBL 7.
Some big catches there. Of course, the touchdown right there, but all set up on that nice connection between Higgins and number 16, A.J. Opperman.
Yeah, and Freedom is just showing, the athletic ability they've got across the board. It doesn't matter. Receiver, tight end, running back, and the offensive line, too. I mean, that's...
Yeah, they got some weapons, don't they?
Yeah.
Can do some different things. I always wonder, like, in a normal season, you get to this time of year where it does start to cool off and the weather really gets kind of rough as you get to the state quarterfinal, state semifinal, to get to Camp Randall. And those teams that whip it around in the air sometimes are at a disadvantage when it comes to Mother Nature, because the wind picks up and it gets colder, and it's good to see some balance. And that's what the Freedom Irish have. They can throw it around, but they also got a pretty potent ground game as well. And a good-looking team. Let's see if the Foxes, what they want to do with 46 seconds to play here in the half. West Appear at halftime, leading Xavier 13-6.
Got an injured Irish player here.
Trying to get a number on who's down.
Ball spotted at the field, 24-yard line. First and 10 Foxes.
Looks like number 19 for the Irish. That's Theron Myron, a senior.
Is it a knee or a cramp, maybe? It is just dead quiet here right now.
Well, hopefully the young man can get up. Looks like maybe a player or some teammates going to help him up.
Looked like they were working on his leg.
Yeah,
his
right
knee.
leg.
Yeah. Okay. Now I thought maybe it was a cramp or something, but I think it's.
Yeah, I can't put any weight on that. I hate to see it.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing too serious, and he can get back out on the field. I just hate seeing injuries. Just hate it.
Yep. And especially when they can't walk off on their own power.
Well, first and 10 for the Foxes at the 24-yard line. Just 46 seconds to play. Down 22-7. And let's see what head coach Seth Yeager wants to do with this offense here in the waning moments of the first half. As Voller, he's got nowhere to go. Man, Tufel bringing him down. How about those two big, strong kids going at it?
47, Seth Voller.
Man, Tufel having a nice game both ways as a running back and a linebacker. It's kind of interesting, man. Tufel listed at 5'10", 150. Seems bigger than that.
3-yard loss on a play. Second
Certainly
down,
plays
15.
Certainly plays bigger than that. I wonder if that's a misprint. He's got to be bigger than 150, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh, Taggy coming in, but knocked away. Mears on the run and gets out of bounds, but he meets Mantufel.
Tackled by 42, Reese Mantufel. They'll bring up third down.
All right.
Not sure what I'm hearing now.
That's my alarm to tell me to take my pill.
There you go, everybody. Rosie needs to take his medicine now.
Yes,
so third down coming up first, though.
Thank you. Big problem back in March. Now I got to take pills at the exact same time.
You got to love that, as Foxes love this, as Mears still on the run. Remember, they have 2 timeouts. Freedom's going to kind of keep him up, but that, unfortunately for the Foxes, is how the half will come to a close. No more time remaining maybe to throw a little hook and ladder or something to kind of end it. The halftime will end, or the first half will end on that run.
Luckily,
by Mears.
That's Killer Tracks music, so
there you go. Facebook won't shut us down.
No, they will not.
Hey, 20-7, Freedom with the lead as we go into half. Stay with us, folks. We got some things to talk about, things coming up. Some more game notes we can get to. But I'll let Rosie take his pill first.
Yeah. All right. Put the phone back.
Well, I tell you what, I know that folks watching tonight, there's got to be a lot of Packers fans out there. Be sure to tune in every Monday night at 6:30 for Clubhouse Live. That's our weekly Packers show, already in our 12th season. Hard to believe. We're approaching 300 shows. We're not all that far away. But this year's player co-host is Alan Lazard, and I've been having a whole lot of fun getting to know him. I co-hosted along with Ricardo, and Rosie's part of the production crew. Normally it would be at the clubhouse downtown Appleton, but obviously with things being as they are this year, it's all virtual, so you can watch it on any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites, including clubhouselive.com, and any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin Facebook pages, including Packers News, Clubhouse Live, Post Crescent, wherever you want to watch it, even our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Again, that's 6:30 with Alan Lazard. And Monday's guest, I don't know if you saw this, Rosie, it's offensive line night coming up. We got one of the big guys, one of the stars of that offensive line. How about Elton Jenkins is our virtual guest? So looking forward to hanging out with Jenkins. He was on last year too, but based on what's going on with David Bakhtiari this week, looks like Jenkins is a possibility to slide over to that left tackle spot. Heck of a player. He's got a nice-looking career ahead of him. And looking forward to hanging out with Alan and Elton on Monday night. That's 6:30. And again, you can watch. You can ask questions in real time. And give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/clubhouselive, because you do have the opportunity to enter to win signed photos from Alan Lazard and some other prizes, too. You can even ask video questions. We've been soliciting those, so we're staying safe as we bring you the show, and of course we're making sure that the Packers players stay safe so they can keep playing some football and seeing where the season goes. So again, it's Monday at 6:30. That's Clubhouse Live. Give it a watch, and then next game. Again, as I've been talking about throughout the first half, we're going to be in Kaukauna next Friday for our next Varsity Game of the Week prep football live stream as the Galloping Ghosts and the Wrightstown Tigers hook up. Wonder when the last time they played. I'm guessing they've played on the gridiron from time to time since Wrightstown's just a stone's throw from Kaukauna. You head down Highway 96 and you're in Wrightstown in no time. But live coverage will kick off at 6:45. Me, Ricardo, and Rosie will be there at the Bank of Kaukauna Stadium, so looking forward to that one as well. Hey, Ricardo and the gang have a whole bunch of good prep content you can check out online at postcrescent.com. And our guy, I see him over there in the south side of the stadium near the 5-yard line, Bill Glasheen, photojournalist. He is taking photos tonight, so be sure to check postcrescent.com later tonight for a lot of great images from this game. And there he is. Bill had a whole bunch of good stuff, good action in that first half, so I know that that gallery is going to be looking pretty good later tonight. And at some point, at Kaukauna, speaking of the Ghosts, Ricardo texted me the Ghosts up 18-zip over DC Everest.
Gee.
Well, that kind of goes with what we've been saying. Now, listen, Everest was off to a great start, but there is no comparing the success of the Fox Valley schools versus the Central schools when it was the Valley Football Association, right? When the Spashes and the Rapids of the world and the Wausau Wests and the Everests would come over here and play Kimberly or Appleton North or Kaukauna. Marshfield has done some good stuff, but it just seems the balance has shifted, the balance of power to these Fox Valley schools. So maybe we shouldn't be surprised then that Kaukauna has gone over there and leads the Evergreens 18-zip.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know Everest kind of handled Hortonville, but
yeah,
other than that, I
yeah,
don't know.
We saw Hortonville last week against Xavier. Xavier looked really good in taking down Hortonville. So, hard to say. Maybe a little bit of a down year for the Polar Bears. They have a first-year head coach and maybe trying to do some new things and
Yeah.
And it's the uniqueness of this fall. You just don't quite know exactly what's going on. What
Yeah.
players are available. That sort of thing. Maybe there might be some guys that can't play or not allowed to play. Who knows?
Yeah. But you're definitely right
Yeah.
in the whole. It's just a whole different world of football here, talent-wise, I think, than from up north.
And it never used to be that way.
No.
Way back when. I mean,
No.
it's really shifted in the last, certainly decade at least. I think maybe it's just the fact that the Fox Valley area has gotten a lot bigger. Certainly more of a metro area, one of the biggest growing areas of the state. When you throw, Green Bay down through Oshkosh, I mean, the growth has been phenomenal. But, when you and I were growing up, Rosie, because we were both from the central Wisconsin area, I mean, Rapids was dominant. D.C. Everest was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Anago Red Robins, they were tough.
Yep. Yeah.
Spash had some good moments. There was some good, Marshfield, I know, didn't they win a couple state titles even?
Thoughts? Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look, but but really it's been noticeable that the power shift. It seems like when the Fox Valley schools take on the central schools in terms of the big schools, more times than not, the Valley's winning those games. 20-7 halftime here at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. I'll run down the scoring here in a little bit. And I don't know, Rosie, you got time? I haven't even, the Badgers are playing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to check the score on that. Let me see if I can find that.
Actually got a nice text from Adam Van Handel here, guy that gotten to know over the last year. He's got the Badgers on one screen and our game on another.
Nice.
So we appreciate that. Looks good. Hey, our quality looks just as good as the networks, the Big Ten network.
See, I agree. Except for maybe in our first couple minutes tonight, but we cleared that up real quick.
Yeah. After some anger,
yeah,
we apologize. 14-0 Badgers leading the Illini. Badgers supposed to have a good team again this year. Good to see that the Big Ten football is back.
Looks like Graham Mertz threw a touchdown pass. And
Yeah, everybody wants to see Mertz out. With the injury
to Cone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lost track of his name. And who's toting the rock now? No more Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name was. But I know he he's not a Jonathan Taylor. Not as good as Jonathan Taylor, but I believe he has all the makings of an excellent running back.
Yeah, tailback you.
Yeah.
We had Josiah DeGuara on as Packers tight end as our guest on Monday. Played at the University of Cincinnati, which is tight end you. Travis Kelsey, Brent Selleck.
Yeah.
Josiah DeGuara had a nice career there and was a third-round draft pick. Unfortunately, he's down with the ACL. Yeah. Just had surgery yesterday. It sounds like things are going well for him. But
super nice kid.
Yeah.
Rewatch the show. Replay if you will. Get to know him. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
And it was interesting too when he was talking about how he talked with Kelsey after he got drafted, and you figure, wow, Kelsey's such a star. What's he talking to this guy for? But then you think, well, they got ties to the same university, so.
Yep, Cincinnati, the Bearcats.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the minority of opinion or not. I'm glad that teams and schools are trying to play. I mean, at some point, you and I have talked about this, Rosie. As scary as the pandemic has been, and we just want it to end. We hate what we've seen, but you also have to live a little bit too, right? You have to at least try.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then you pull back and you say, okay, it didn't work. But I've been seeing things next spring that are canceled already. I'm just like, really?
Because most of the kids, schools, virtual, or the schools are figuring out the pod systems where, okay, your group's here, your group's there, everybody's masking, everyone's social distancing. You're not seeing the big numbers come out of it. It's not the schools. It's most of the gatherings or bars, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just like, people complain, well, I want kids back in school. We want this and that. Well, then let's follow some simple rules. I know it might stink. I mean, look at me. Glasses are fogging up left and right here. But I want to see, football. I want to see basketball. And it's just funny because these athletes want butts in the seats too.
Right.
I mean, it's like I never met a football player or a basketball or baseball player that said, I love playing in front of an empty stadium. Love it. They always like, it's the roar of the crowd. It's this and that. So
I just think we should be focusing on the successes. I mean, the NFL is getting through it.
Yeah.
They're having some blips here and there, but they're handling it.
Yep. Exactly.
The high schools around here are doing it.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any sort of spread necessarily. I mean, there's some isolated incidents that
sure.
That then you just kind of take care of that and let the individual quarantine. But I just think you have to try. The cancellations just constantly. It's like, man, oh man. I mean, at some point we got to figure this out. And what if this just stays with us for years? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a scientist or an epidemiologist. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend to be, but I'm just glad to see these kids, because when the season started, you're like, well, let's see what happens. Well, we're through week 5. We're almost through the regular season, and we're getting through it. And there have been cancellations and reshuffling, but it's still working.
Yeah. 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 So, these kids, they want to play. So, they're going to do what they need to do. And
it's healthy for them to play. And not just football. You need other extracurriculars as well. That's so important.
Yeah.
These kids they just need that. And so we'll see what happens. But I'm rooting for it. I want the NFL to make it through. I was happy to see Major League Baseball in the World Series now, and they got through it.
Yeah.
I was happy to see the NHL do it. Now, of course, the NHL and the NBA were in a bubble.
Yeah.
I don't think the NBA players would necessarily want to do that again, but for this one season to finish it,
yeah,
that's a long time to be kind of secluded and quarantined from your family. Although I guess some family members were allowed back in, but
okay.
I'm rooting for it to be good.
Yeah. Well, and baseball had some bumps in the beginning, but then they fixed it and got to finish the season. I mean, look at the mess the Cardinals were.
Yeah, and the Marlins.
And they
got through.
They fixed it, did what needed to be done, and got through it.
Yeah, I'm rooting for college basketball. I'm rooting for high school basketball. I mean, I think people need to change their mindset and always be so quick to jump. See, look I told you it wasn't going to work. Well, no, let's root for this. There are pro safety protocols in place.
Yeah.
So just try, and if it doesn't, if you're having some issues, then pull back, and quarantine, hopefully, and I don't know, hopefully more therapeutics will come and treatments and the vaccine, and we can kind of restore a
little bit of sense of normalcy.
Yeah, like we all need it, we all want it, we're all fatigued, but got to keep grinding too. Hey, Julie Detchen, FVL fans know her, right? She's watching the screen. The game on both games, the Badger game and our game, on our dual screen. So, Julie, thank you for watching. She's also a regular at Clubhouse Live. First half scoring, Freedom, 2 touchdown runs by Reese Mantufel, 30 yards and 18 yards. And then the 17-yard hookup, Jackson Higgins to Quinn Taggy. That was late in the first half. Those are the 3 touchdowns for the Irish. The lone touchdown for the Foxes, that came with 11:14 to play in the second quarter. Early in the second quarter, Drew Mears to Brendan Schultz from 8 yards out. 20-7 is the lead for FVL. The Foxes will get the ball to start this second half. And again, we appreciate everybody checking in tonight on a very chilly evening in northeast Wisconsin. But Rosie, I was worried about you this morning. It was buckets of rain.
Oh, I know.
Wind.
Well, at that point I thought, well, I might have to bring out that canopy thing we've got.
Yeah. We also have a table that we haven't used. Because we thought maybe we were going to be having to sit in the bleachers, but luckily we've been able to get some press box space as number 9, Brendan Schultz scoops up the kickoff, and we are underway here in this third quarter.
Brendan Schultz.
But yeah, boy, we got a lot of rain last night. I think about 3 inches.
Yeah.
Some pump just running. I was glad it worked because we really hadn't had much rain for a long time. Just a little bit here and there. Dry summer, hot summer.
Yeah.
What happened? We were having a beautiful fall, and then all of a sudden it became winter.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you know, we had our couple of days of fall.
Man,
so.
oh man, the fall colors were looking great, and then all of a sudden we had all those windy days. As Voller with the carry, spinning his way, but not much, maybe a yard. But yeah, we had trees were looking great, and then we had like those 4 straight days of like 30-mile-per-hour winds, and now it's been windy and rainy, and now it's past its peak, and it makes me crabby.
Voller's got the Mike Allstott hair going here.
Big drive here for the Foxes, down 13, down 2 scores. Sure would like to put a little pressure on Freedom if you're FVL and climb to within a score. So second down and 8 coming up for FVL. Voller, I think he had a helmet issue, so had to exit the game as Mears waiting for it. He's going to drop back, slings it over the middle. That's Schultz for the first down.
Complete to number 9, Brendan Schultz.
Some pretty good teams around here in Division 4. Looking at that state coaches poll on WisSports.net, 3 Fox Valley teams ranked 2 through 4, Rosie. Xavier at number 2, Freedom at number 3, and Wrightstown at number 4. How about that? And we've seen all of them.
Yeah, and they're a talented group. All 3 of those teams, very talented. We're seeing one tonight.
There's a little Wildcat. That's number 7 for the Foxes. Check that, Drew Mears. I'm sorry. Quarterback keeper. Get my numbers mixed up here as I was looking at my game notes and the rosters. Yeah.
2-yard gain on the play.
As I said, the Hawks down against West Appear tonight. That pretty fun Bay Conference matchup. The Phantoms, Rosie, back on the field for the first time.
Yeah, was they?
Well,
2 weeks was it? 3 weeks?
Well, September 25th was their only game, and they lost
right.
to Hortonville 43-39 in that one. That was a season opener. So about a month. As Mears, he's going to step up, looking downfield, and almost a beautiful one-armed grab by Knoll down the middle of the field. Austin Balk, pretty good coverage there, but just missed a big play opportunity. Mears to Knoll. Just a little a hair off.
Yeah. It was a really nice, well-thrown ball. I kind of wonder if they should go back. Just the short passing game seemed to really work for them, and I kind of wonder could maybe stick with that.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll get something over the middle again. That's been working as well. Mears has been effective with that, and Mears is going to fake the handoff, and there it is over the middle.
Oh.
And that's a first down to Schultz. So a good call, Rosie.
Out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. That is enough for a Foxes.
There's opportunities in the middle there.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Well, and like you
moving
said,
the chains.
Touchdown here gets you back in the game at least.
Big third down hookup. Fox's coach Seth Yeager in his second season here at FVL spent the previous 2 seasons as the head coach at Winnebago Lutheran. He was on Winnebago Lutheran's coaching staff for 8 seasons. He led the Foxes to an 8-3 record last year, Rosie. Very good success as Voller pushing his way forward and into Freedom territory. Second down coming up. Ball going to be at the Freedom 49-yard line. Looking at the Foxes last year, advanced to the second round of the WIA Division III playoffs where they fell to Menasha 35-21. FVL entering this season having advanced to postseason play every year since 2015. Fox's best playoff run, though, came back 2001 when they won the Division III state title under longtime coach Gene Strews. Great guy. Ooh, look at this little razzle-dazzle as Schultz looking for some spot, and I see a flag, so I'm guessing that's going to come back. Gene Strews, longtime coach, athletic director. I'm surprised they haven't named this field for him, Strews Field. Julie Detchen, I know you're watching. What's the status on that? Maybe we need to started some sort of a petition to get this called Strews Field. I believe he's a Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Famer. Holding
offense, 10-yard penalty.
Brings it back into FVL territory. Going to spot it at the 41-yard line. So second down coming up and long for the Foxes. Mears. Oh. 28 was the intended receiver on that one, Kyle Reeder. So third down, and we'll call it 16.
Third down.
Well,
what's in your playbook here, Rosie? You used to be an offensive coordinator for the Pop Warner Leagues.
Yeah. Oh, something over the middle.
Go with what works.
That's right.
Mears is going to sling it down too far.
Ooh.
Whole bunch of Freedom defenders back there surrounding Parker Knoll, the intended receiver. So a punt coming up. That holding call really stalled this drive.
I was going to say, a lot of white jerseys back there.
Parker Knoll, fourth down.
Well, and the Foxes, it just seems like there's just a drop pass here, and something just short on the here and there and a few plays.
Yeah, they've had some nice drives working, but then some mistakes. So see if the Foxes can get that cleaned up. Big opportunity for the Irish, though. Look at Balk, slippery, just gets out there and does a good job as a punt returner. And right around the 40-yard lines where the Irish will start this drive with a chance to really give themselves some breathing room, too. Freedom 4-0, FVL 1-3.
Yeah, he's got that. It's like he's got that really fast first step when he gets the ball, just a boom, get those first yardage, and then you see what happens after that. He's just really quick after he catches that ball.
Higgins waiting for the snap. First time we see the Freedom offense here in the second half. And Mantufel, look at that.
Ooh.
Good job. Just run to daylight, right?
Yep.
He was just looking for some sort of a scene to open up. Lowers his shoulders in the helmet and works his way forward. And nice little gainer on the first down. Ball to 46. Second and 4 now coming up. So a nice 6-yard run by Mantufel, who has 2 rushing touchdowns on the night so far. Mantufel again. Thinking about going outside, but just stopped shy of the first down marker. He's going to be maybe half a yard. Wonder if we'll see what we saw in the first half if Higgins just gets under center and they just sneak it across. No, he's going to
just short of the first down, 3rd and 1.
Stay back in that pistol, and let's see. Mantufel doesn't need much room there and easily gets the first down. Very decisive in that run. Saw the seam, went right through, easy first down, and ball's going to be spotted at the FVL 40. So potential big drive in the works here for the Irish, up 2 scores as the clock runs in this third quarter.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going to happen when he hit the line, and then I saw he went right through. So, okay, must have been a hole.
Hand off again, really working Mantufel now.
Steady diet of Mantufel.
You can see number 74, Eli Retzlaff, holding on for dear life. And a 2-yard pickup for Mantufel, 2nd and 8. And you got to like this drive, Rosie, because it's you got a 2-score lead. You got a running game right now that's working, and you're just milking the clock.
Yep.
As Balk, nowhere to go. Big 78 for FVL, the first to wrap up. Looks like Luke Movrich, a senior defensive lineman.
Luke Movrich.
And third down now coming up. 3rd and 10. And wondering if this would be 4-down territory for Frank Mattia and the Irish. Let's see what happens here. First is Higgins. He's going to roll right. Look back left maybe. Going, wide open.
Oh.
Wide open. That's Taggy again. Inside the 20, inside the 15. Wow. Big play. Little misdirection. He releases off to the left. Everybody's crashing right. And first down throw at the 15.
FPL tackle 21, Jonah Bixby.
Seems like Freedom's had a few of those tonight.
From the 15-yard line, first and 10.
Yeah, I don't know if that was broken coverage there or just had the time.
Oh, big space for Balk to run. Whoa!
Austin Balk. Tackled by 17, Parker Knoll.
Trying to see where Bill Glasheen is, our photojournalist, to see if he gets that in the gallery. That was going away from him, though, but good job by Balk to hold on to that football.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure it didn't land awkwardly, but I see popped right back up, so okay, he's good.
Ball at the 9. Well, they got
Go the other way.
Yep, Balk looking for some space. No, I guess check that. I think they can still, they can still get the first down, can't they? So third down coming up.
Tackled by 78, Luke Mobridge.
Got a Badger update. The Badgers up 28-7. How about Graham Mertz? 14 for 14 for 190 yards and 4 scores.
Wow. And he's a kind of a dual threat guy, too, if I remember correctly.
Well, he's what everybody's been clamoring for down in Madison.
Yeah.
So
looks like they might get their wish.
Well, we'll see.
It's only Illinois.
Left side run number 3.
Yeah, but Illinois beat them last year,
it's
remember?
True. Yeah, there's a little bit of revenge, I think, out for this one.
I was down in Madison eating at the Nitty Gritty. Fourth down coming up, fourth and short. And here you go, Rosie, under center, and he's just going to sneak it, and he's going to get a push, and he's going to get the first down. Almost unstoppable there.
Yeah.
Inside the 5, first and goal now at the 4.
There's something to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just eating in Madison and watching the game. Let's just say there were some very unhappy Badger fans in the Nitty Gritty that afternoon.
I can only imagine stuff that was being said. Unlike, that's why I always love to listen to Packer post game after they lose big.
I didn't bother to do that. Little slant, and it is a score. Higgins finds number 21, Dylan Boogie.
Flag on the play.
But there is a flag, and they're going to get a procedure call against the Irish. So that negates the touchdown. Good-looking play, though.
Yeah.
Boogie ran a nice little slant. Higgins found him over the middle.
Nice route, nice throw. Just
Ball will be spotted back.
someone turned in the line.
9-yard line.
So ball goes back to the 9, first and goal coming up again for the Irish. Higgins has it and wrestled down. Little zone read.
Jackson Higgins.
Nothing doing there, and I think it was a big 79 again. Was that Cody Thielen?
Tackle for a loss, 78, Luke Mobridge.
Luke Mobridge, they're going to get to number 78. Whole bunch of maroon jerseys circling Higgins there. So second down, and we'll see if this penalty, Ricardo Rosie, we'll see if that stymies this drive. Ball at the 12, second and goal.
Mobridge, he's been busy tonight.
Yeah.
Called his name a lot.
Firing over. Watch out.
I
was wondering.
I was like, is he gonna? Is he not gonna?
Opperman, the intended target, Rosie, but number 2, Isaac Knoll, looks like they're going to get for pass interference.
Yeah, because I got the camera over there and I thought, I don't know if that's really, if it is. And then I just saw the ref reach into his pocket. Or reach for his flag, I mean.
That was always tough. There's timing plays, you know, where you're a defender. Those DBs, sometimes you watch the replays, especially the NFL games, and you're like, come on.
I know.
And then sometimes you see some blatant ones that aren't called. But
yeah,
that's a tough job, especially in real time.
Like it was a couple seasons ago where they were, basically you touch the quarterback wrong, you get a 15-yard.
Saw that against Clay Matthews. He was kind of
that cost them the game,
bit.
I think.
Yeah, what was that?
Against Detroit.
Was that? Yeah.
He hit Matthew Stafford, which I don't know. It was still a joke.
3-yard line.
So ball at the 3, second down, toss, balk, and they're going to blow this one dead here. Balk's like saying, "Come on."
But I remember that year that they were calling all that stuff, all the hits on the quarterback, and then I remember Rodgers just got belted so many times, and I thought, okay, here comes the flag, and it never came. And I thought, what do they have, something against Rodgers?
Yeah, they still seems to. He kind of took a shot.
Yeah.
In that Tampa Bay game.
And it just seems like that they do it for almost every quarterback but him, and that's not me just being a homer. You just notice it.
Toss this time. Balk, watch out! Fumble, falls on it. 2nd and goal from.
Oh, this has kind of gone in the wrong direction.
Yeah, this has been just so disjointed. So now it's 3rd and goal, and ball will be at the 8. So a couple mistakes, penalty and then the fumble, especially after that pass interference.
FPL faithful cheering on their D.
3rd and goal.
Higgins looks, knocked down. This time Knoll wins that battle. Isaac Knoll knocking it away. Opperman was the intended receiver, and looks like they're going to bring out Carson Hofacker for the field goal. Looks like a 26-yard attempt coming up for Hofacker. Good leg.
In for the Irish to attempt 26-yard field goal. Number 2, Carson Hofacker.
See how the field goal operation looks. Everything looks good so far. Kick. That sails through the uprights, and that's good. 23 yards.
Could have made that from 43.
Good.
Maybe.
3:09 remaining in the 3rd period. Your score: Freedom 23, Foxes 7.
Well, the bad news, I guess, if you're FEL, is more points on the board for Freedom, but the good news is still 2-score game. 16-point deficit, so credit the Foxes for hanging in there, but a couple costly mistakes. That fumble there that we saw that looked like maybe had something going along the far side.
Yeah, now credit the defense with just allowing 3 when could have been a lot worse. But now if you're the Foxes, you just, like you said earlier, you just got to clean it up now. Catch those passes, overthrows, underthrows, get that fixed, and hey, you might be in business.
Again, only 2 scores, so we'll see. But the time is now. If you're FPL, you got to get a drive going, and as you said, keep the mistakes to a minimum. Oh, a big hit here is the Foxes. Let's see where they spot this one. Maybe the 21-yard line looking like. So let's see if Drew Mears in this offense can get going. Excuse me, before the next play, I was hoping to get some scores, but my phone is not working too well tonight. Probably too cold.
Yeah.
I have it plugged in too. I have it charging, but sometimes that doesn't matter. Mears, again, little pump fake going deep downfield again. He's got a receiver. He's open. That is Schultz. He's going all the way. How about that? 79 yards. Wow.
That'll put a little hitch in your giddy up.
Pass complete to number 9, Brendan Schultz. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Foxes.
Well, it was just that easy, right?
I guess. They made it look easy.
Yeah.
Boy, Schultz got past the defenders, and Mears put the ball right in the good spot. And that nobody was going to catch Brendan Schultz. 79-yard hookup. And now it's time to go for 2.
That's a really well thrown ball. In fact, I thought he might be in trouble back in the backfield before he threw it, but stepped up and well, he really threw a great pass.
Yeah. And now Mears going to race and find. Look at that. The 2-point conversion is good. Mears to Knoll. And we go from a 2-score game down to a single-score game just like that, Rosie.
Here's pass completed to the end zone 17. Parker Knoll.
What?
2-point conversion good.
What was that scoring drive about?
One play, 79 yards.
FBL 15.
Ball was at the 21-yard line.
Oh. Well, and you know they've had that there all night. I mean,
usually though, it's contested. I mean, they've been close on some, but credit Schultz, he got wide open, and Mears, and the line gave him enough time to let that play develop and get downfield. And as I said, once Schultz caught it, he turned on the jets, and he was not going to be caught. So what seemed like, I was just thinking on that last Freedom drive, boy, if they punch this one in, this one's just about over. How quickly things change. They get the field goal, but still keep it to a 2-score game, and then boom, touchdown, 79 yards, 2-point conversion, and just like that, it's down to an 8-point game. Remember, Freedom 4-0, hoping to keep that their NEC title hopes alive, and in a fight here against the Irish. Balk with a good little return. Good job by Balk not to get too freaked out when he kind of bobbled it there. He's a dangerous runner.
Yeah, he is.
So let's see if Freedom now can answer. Hey, West Appear up 25-6 over Xavier in the third. How about that?
Oh.
I didn't think anybody could shut down that Hawks offense.
No.
And Wrightstown all over Marinette, 42 zip, so running clock for the Tigers.
Marinette, that is just a program that needs a little love.
Oh, boy, they used to have some good teams. Remember when Messenger was up there? He ended up starring with the Badgers. Actually, they had a really nice senior class just graduate a couple years ago. They had a really good basketball. Just kind of one of those groups that came through, and now it seems to be it's a little slim, a little rough up there in Marinette. It's a nice town. Nice school. Kind of an older school, but kind of fun to go there and watch a game, although I used to joke, say I got to go almost to Michigan to watch my son play a game of basketball, but that's okay. Now I know the conference, well, not this, it was supposed to be this year, but they're adding Menominee and Kingsford, Michigan, so you will go to Michigan as part of the Northeastern.
I hear it's beautiful this time of year.
Ooh.
Very cold and snowy, too, probably.
Higgins. Nice, boy. That him and Taggy, they have a nice connection. That is a nice looking tight end right there. Good hands, big, strong kid. He's a load to not only bring down but defend. All Higgins has to do is just kind of put it high, because not only is he 6'3", but he has those long arms and reach up.
He's like a lineman that can catch.
Oof.
Ball's out to the 44-yard line. That is enough for an Irish first down.
Both quarterbacks doing some nice things tonight. Been a fun game.
Yeah, it has.
Hand off to Mantufel. Ooh, nothing doing there.
Reese Mantufel.
And maybe a loss of 1. Second down.
By Cody Thielen.
Fast-moving game, fast-moving third quarter, Rosie. This is good.
Yeah.
Good action, keeping things moving. 8-point game. Higgins. Oh, good.
Oh,
how about Isaac Knoll again? Looked like Opperman had it, but came perfectly timed on the hit, knocked the ball out.
Broken up nicely by Isaac.
And 3rd and 11 coming up for the Irish.
Well, the Fox's DBs, they've made some really nice plays tonight. Some good hits, good pass deflections,
From the
or pass
44-yard
fences,
line.
if you will.
I guess officially they're going to call it third and 10, so they kind of move that down marker a little bit closer to the stick. So 3rd and 10, Higgins waiting for it, and he's going to go deep downfield again, and knocked away.
Oh.
This time, Cole Arts. Opperman was the intended receiver again. He had a step. Arts played it well, closed fast, and knocked it away. Hey, that's all you got to do as a DB. I know a lot of those DBs want those picks, but just knock it away.
Yep.
And 4th down, and Freedom's going to have to punt.
I believe that's the 3rd one he's knocked away tonight, 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, he's been all over the field having a nice game. The senior defensive back, Cole Arts.
Having himself a day.
5'9", 146 pounds, listed as a wide receiver and defensive back on the roster. And if you're FPL, you're going to get away from this as it bounces. Good Freedom bounce inside the 20. Looks like it will be stopped and downed at the 19 or 18. Let's see where they spot it. But 56 or 57 seconds left in the third. A one-score game. Going to set up for what should be a fun fourth quarter here. Week 5 of the prep football season. Well, where are the officials marking this, Rosie? Now they're moving it up.
Spotting the ball at the FPL 27.
So at the FPL 27.
27.
Did they say maybe Freedom touched it at that spot and
I
knocked it
wonder.
away? That must have been what happened here. So all right.
So I was going to say there's no triangulation involved in this.
Yes, I would need Mr. Joten to explain that one in another email. And now you're going to get an encroachment call offsides on Freedom. So march it 5 yards further up the field past the 30.
Offsides, Irish.
32, so 1st and 5 now coming up.
All right.
Might be a small FPL crowd in front, but they're making some noise now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mears, nope, there's that play over the middle. Yeah. And they're in a little bit of a rhythm here now. Parker Knoll with the reception.
Ball spotted right at midfield.
They have had repeated success with that play all night. And I don't know why they don't go back to it more. Maybe they wait for him to forget about it in the short-term memory and then hit it. I don't know.
Well, ball right at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10. And the Foxes probably don't want the quarter to end. They're in a good rhythm going this way. 79-yard touchdown pass on the previous drive. Now Mears is on the run. Watch out. You got to throw it away. Nope. Yep. And a big sack. Number 40, I believe, for the Irish will get credited for that. Cole Jockman, I think I'm saying that right. Junior linebacker.
That one he couldn't do much about. He couldn't see a guy coming from behind. So.
Yeah, brought down and
way to stay after it, though.
Had a little time. I think that's how this third quarter is going to come to a close. I don't think the Foxes will snap it. They don't, and that is the end of the third quarter. 23-15 Freedom.
That marks the end of the third period.
With the lead heading into the final 12 minutes. It's been a good game, Rosie. It's been fun.
It has. Very good game.
We've had some good games. Now that Kaukauna Martin Luther, that was I remember the Ghosts won that one handily, but then the Wrightstown Little Chute game was tight, 9-6 Tigers win, and then last week Xavier hammered Hortonville. So as how it's been going, now we're due for a good close game.
Yeah. Although that Martin Luther Kaukauna game, I was seriously wondering if Martin Luther was going to finish with enough players to play.
They were getting banged up, weren't they?
They really were. I have never seen that many kids go out in a game.
And very unlikely will we see a Kaukauna Martin Luther game again during the regular season.
Yes, probably never.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, speaking of that, how about that that big spring conference with all the big schools? We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's schedule is out right now. Very interesting though. You got like 4 pods within that. Is it like 20 schools? I think are involved. 4 or 5 team conferences.
It's
And
like the Big 20.
look at Mears. Almost.
Oh! I thought that was going to hang up. I wasn't sure if that ball hung up there long enough where one of the guys on the ground could pick it out of the air.
Yeah, Kyle Reeder, the intended receiver, just missed snaring that one, but credit Jamison Rudy, junior linebacker for the Irish, for knocking that away, sticking with Reeder on that one. So here's a big third down for the Foxes, 3rd and 16. I wonder if you could set up a little bit of a screen play here and get some yards back and maybe contemplate a 4th down if it's 4th and short. Nope. Mears, he's got time, going deep downfield again and knocked away. Good coverage by number 21, Dylan Boogie. Schultz was the intended target, so the punt team will come out.
4th down.
And that sack was big for that Irish defense, Rosie.
Yeah, it was. Well, that and boy, you got these DBs are making plays. I mean, all the long passes being thrown, but just on occasion there you have the wide open receiver. But for the most part, you got to give these DBs on both teams credit. They're doing a heck of a job out there.
Big high punt.
And it just dies.
FPL punt will be down at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Irish.
All right. What do we got?
Marking the ball at the 27, I think. 1st and 10. Yep, 27-yard line for the Irish. So it's interesting to see how this 4th quarter plays out. I wonder if Freedom would kind of get back to that running game that was working so well.
Yeah.
There's Mantufel. He's got it. Oh, he slipped, but stays. Nope, they're going to say his knee was down. Slipped and knee touch. So 2nd down and didn't get anything. Maybe lost a half a yard to a yard. So 2nd and 11. But I would stay with that. That was working well. They were kind of getting into a rhythm with that running game. And
yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I think that's go back to that, see if that works.
Higgins going to fire it over to Hofacker. There's nothing there.
Oh.
Pass complete to number 2, Carson Hofacker.
I think Parker Knoll was there first
Parker Knoll
for the Foxes. So here you go. Now 3rd and long for Freedom. Sets up a passing down. 3rd and 12, ball at the 25. Jackson Higgins, the quarterback for the Irish, having a good game. He's going to swing it over this way, trying to set up. Nope, knocked away. Oh.
Whoa, is that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was just knocked away. Was that 76? Jaden King?
Yeah.
76.
Yeah. Big old defensive
Yeah.
lineman.
76.
I don't know if he. Well, I saw he knocked it down, but I'm like, did he actually come up with it? But
I thought he did too. Maybe the way they were celebrating, but
yeah.
Not fooled on that one. He was all over Quinn Taggy, and big Jaden King, the 6 foot, 268-pound junior defensive lineman, getting his big old mitts on that football, and 3 and out for the Irish. So feel good, good field position coming up, I think, for FVL. They're the return guys at the 40-yard line right now. Looks like Knoll, he's going to fair catch it right near the 40, about the 39-yard line. Good punt.
Fair catch at the 39-yard line.
Decent field position to work with.
Oh, yeah. Good battle, and you can just kind of see the energy and the sideline in front of us here at FVL. It was kind of quiet there, as looking like Freedom was going to punch that one through, and back in the 3rd quarter, instead settling for a field goal. Still a 2-score game at that point, but then one play, 79-yard hookup from Mears to Schultz, and it kind of changed the dynamics of this game. Mears, nope, he's going to keep it, trying to get around, just makes Mantufel miss. Mears still on the run and out of bounds. Oh. And there's a flag. That's 15 more yards coming up.
Yeah, at that point you got to let go.
Yep. Good job by Mears to make Mantufel miss. That's not easy because Reese is a heck of a tackler and then got out in the open field, out of bounds, brought down out of bounds, and flag is thrown. So you got to think 15 more yards is coming up. They're playing that the theme from Cops.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, that's funny. So at the Freedom 40.
First and 10 Foxes.
Well, it wasn't a bad tackle. I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't a dirty play or anything. But
it happens in the course of a game.
Yeah, well, yeah, your defense and you
not a big
want to
deal.
Hit somebody. No.
Hey, how about the Ghosts? 25-0 lead over Everest, and now going into the fourth quarter, just shutting down the Evergreens. Mears, he's got time. Now he's on the run. Fires, and wow, complete. Good throw. And a good catch from his knees, Brecken Thomas. Inside the 35 now, and the Fox is on the move. Ball will be at the 33-yard line. Second and
Ball spotted at the 33
3.
Yard line. Second and 3.
Handoff. Voller looking for some room. Boy, pushes his way inside the 30. Going to move those sticks for a first down. Ball at the 28.
Irish tackle number 11, Jackson Higgins.
Another handoff. Voller looking for some room. Bounces it back the other way. Look at this. He's got running room. Still on his feet. Cuts it back inside, and how about that? I would say that was not how the play was designed, Rosie.
No.
He wanted to go to the right side of that line. There was nothing there, and he just kept moving his feet. And gets another first down. Ball at the 12. So a heck of a run by Voller.
It's like, are the big guys supposed to have moves like that? Holy smokes. Cut her right back and got himself a good old chunk of change there.
Whoa. That was a little bit of a wide snap over the middle. That's a nice little catch by Noel, and that's going to be at the 1. There was that play again over the middle. Noel coming in across, a little bit of a slant move it looked like. And first and goal at the 1.
I mean, he put that ball like right where it had to be.
Yeah, it was a pinpoint throw, and now 1 yard away from cutting that Irish lead to 2. Give it to Voller here at the goal line. Let's see. Oop, nope. Mears is going to keep it, looking for some space, and is he in? He's in. Touchdown, FEL. Look at this. How things have changed.
Quarterback keeper into the end zone. Number 7, Drew Mears. Touchdown, Foxes.
And you got to think FPL going for 2 again to try to tie this thing up with 8:09 to play.
Good effort there to stretch across at the end for the score.
Mears, he's going to be on the run. He's going to have to make something happen. Nothing.
Nothing
Good
there.
job by that Freedom defense. They got in the backfield in a hurry. Mears couldn't get comfortable, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Try to find Brecken Thomas, but I think he would have been short anyway. So the 2-point conversion, no good, but we got a 2-point game here. And now if you're on the Freedom sideline, it's time to make something happen.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like the FEL's defense has kind of risen up a little bit here.
It's funny how games, just momentum shifts.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because, again, it looked like this thing was just about done. It was 23-7, or check that, 20-7. Looked like the Irish were going to go in and make it 27-7. Instead, had to settle for the field goal. And as I said at the time, well, it's still a two possession game, 2-score game. 16 points. What happens? The 79-yard pass from Mears to Schultz right away. One play drive. They get the 2-point conversion to cut it to within 8. And now the Mears 1-yard run on the keeper. 2-point no good, but anybody's ball game with 8:09 to play. Ooh, nice hands there on the line drive.
Wow.
That's Mantufel. Probably not what the Foxes wanted to do there.
Yeah.
And good heads-up play by Mantufel to snare that line drive and give the Irish some nice field position.
Yeah, that was impressive. He just grabbed it and went.
It'll be 1st and 10 Irish.
Foxes or the Hawks trying to make a comeback in that game against West Appear. Ricardo keeping me up to date. 25-14. Phantoms now with the lead in the third. So a couple touchdowns by Xavier. Ray Zuliger, good-looking quarterback. Speaking of which, we've seen 2 of them here today. Higgins and Mears. There's Mantufel for the Irish. Brought down by number 74, Eli Retzlaff.
Eli Retzlaff with the tackle.
But a good first play for this drive. Ball at the 46, 2nd down. And if you're Freedom, Rosie, 2-point lead, nursing that slim lead, man, I want to run the ball and keep running the clock as much as possible.
That is correct. 100% on that one.
Yep, Mantufel there, but boy, the Irish or the Foxes really making it tough.
Yeah.
They short some things up in their run defense and going to force a 3rd down. Nice tackle. I think that was number 6. Tate Scott, the senior linebacker, bringing down Mantufel. So here's a big spot for both sides. 3rd and 5 from the 47-yard line. Can Freedom get the 1st down, move the sticks, and keep that clock running, or the Fox is going to get another opportunity because they're in a rhythm offensively. Fumble!
Oh!
Fumble, and I think Higgins dives on it. But 4th down now, Freedom's going to have to punt.
That could have been disastrous. Now you can't. In high school, you cannot advance a fumble, right? You can, because that's what happened last week, right?
No, that was the Wrightstown Little Shoot game where the Wrightstown kid at the end.
Yeah, where he
ball was fumbled, and then it was kind of, I don't know if it was batted for it or he just kind of scooped it up and ran. I guess I can't quite remember how that went down. I'd have to go back and watch the replay.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be marked at the 29-yard line, so 6:10 to play.
The ball must be like kicking a rock.
That has to hurt.
Thud when you hear him punt it.
By the way, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section on any of them, like postcrescent.com, of course, and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. You can even watch all of last year's streams as well. Well, we'll see what happens here. Boy, what a battle this has turned out to be, a Northeastern Conference game. Oh, nothing doing there. Bowler somehow spins out of it.
You're kidding me. Wow.
Well, but you got to give, I think that was that big old number 40 for Freedom.
Yeah.
Cole Jockman. Hope I'm saying that right. Again, nice-looking linebacker.
Benjamin Bartosek.
For Frank Mattia. Frank Mattia, by the way, in his 4th season leading the Irish, done a really nice job. He also had coaching stops at Schwabenon and Green Bay Southwest. Last season, Freedom 11-1, with its only loss coming to rival Wrightstown. That was a 20-19 game in a WIAA Division IV state quarterfinal. Remember that. Talk about a battle there. Mears going down the field and incomplete.
Good coverage.
Opperman had the coverage. Kyle Reeder was the intended receiver. Now 3rd and long coming up for FVL, and Rosie might be one of those times to pull out that little pass over the middle.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've had success with it. Might as well. That last one, good throw, good coverage. See what happens here. All right. Got to go back to over the middle here.
Well, let's see what happens. We'll see what Seth Yeager and the staff calls. There it is, trying to set up a screen. And nowhere to go for Brecken Thomas. So good job by that Irish defense to hold as the clock is going to run. What do you do here if you're FVL? I guess you got to punt it away, right?
I would think so, yeah. You can't give that Freedom offense a ball this close. Whoa, look out. My camera is
I don't know. They're huddling up. Let's see what we're going to see out of this Fox's
fourth
offense. Nope, they're backing up the punt.
Okay.
Boy, you can hear the Freedom folks across from us screaming, watch the ball, as Mears punts it away. Takes a nice FVL bounce all the way to the Freedom 21-yard line, so that's where the Irish will begin. Both teams 3 timeouts remaining, but 4:32 getting in the late stages of this one. Chance, Rosie, for the Irish to end it. Get some first downs, keep that clock running, make the FVL burn some timeouts.
Yeah, and like Freedom, they had good success with that pitch play that they've used. Right or left, it just seems.
Try to use that wide side, so that would be going towards the Freedom sideline. A lot of space over there. But you got to think they're going to keep it on the ground. Let's see here as Mantufel, just nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
Left side, Mantufel
manages something out of nothing.
Yeah, good tackle by number 17, Parker Knoll, having a nice night on both sides. I thought Mantufel, that's a good job by him just to pick up a few yards, because that looked like he was going to be dropped near the line of scrimmage. Irish have qualified for the playoffs in every season dating back to 2017. They reached the state semifinals in 2012, 2015, and 2017, so a lot of success.
Yeah.
A lot of success in a lot of sports. Higgins on the run, and he was pressured. Had to get rid of it quickly.
Higgins pass incomplete, intended for 26.
26, the intended receiver, Bartosik. Heard his name at linebacker, but also listed as a running back. A senior, 5'9", 177 pounds, and another third down.
Well, now the defenses have both kind of just.
Well, and if you're on the FVL side, most importantly, that clock stopped on that incompletion with 3:53 to play. So here's a big moment for both sides. Higgins going deep downfield, looking, and incomplete. I thought maybe it was picked, looking for his big target, Quinn Taggy. No good. And
fourth down.
Another punt coming up. Yeah, you're right, Rosie. Both defenses has really risen to the occasion.
And the Foxes should be in.
Well, yeah.
They should get really good.
Real good field position. Yeah, Brecken Thomas and Parker Knoll setting up at the 45-yard line, so near midfield. Carson Hofacker, the punter, low punt. Whoa! Fans are saying that his knee's down, and they're going to call it. They're going to call it. Unbelievable. Wow. They say that Hofacker caught it with his knee down. You could hear the fans in front of us yelling that immediately. I was watching through my binoculars. It was close.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch it again, but look at where the ball is spotted at the 10. Whew. Big mistake there. Hofacker didn't argue.
Yeah, just out of force of habit, I got to follow the ball, but it looked like, wow, that's a low snap. He went all the way down to the ground on it. But I keep forgetting, no, it means he is down.
Well, actually officially mark it at the 11.
Wow.
So the Foxes could still get a first down at the 1. It was close. You'd have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
In any event, boy, what great field position for FVL as Mears trying to, nothing. And that pressure by the Irish, making it tough. We'll see what the flag is, but that was Jockman again. Boy, he's been a disruptor.
Holding Foxes.
So the Foxes whistled for holding, and not, if you're Seth Yeager, what you want to see with
No.
this field position.
No, I was kind of wondering if you just give it to the big guy, let him see what he can do. But, yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier. The defenses have just really seemed to ratchet it up a little bit.
Well, and the defense of causing that hold. I mean, obviously they were getting pressure immediately. Nothing for Mears to do. So he's just going to swing it over to Knoll and makes the defender miss. And a good little move by Parker Knoll, because it looked like there was a wall of Freedom defenders there. So picks up a lot of that back, actually all of it, and then some. Balls at the 9, second and 8.
Third down.
Or third and 8. Check that. Third and 8.
Third and 8 from the 9.
Yeah, when he bounced it outside, boy, that really he picked up a lot of yards out there. So credit to him.
Well, you don't get this, you're in good field position for a field goal attempt as well. Remember, FPL can still get the first down at the 1. Mears looking for Knoll. He makes the defender miss, and he's in from 8 yards out.
And they are dancing in the stands.
Yeah,
at FPL.
right by you. I cannot believe how this game has turned.
Wow.
Mears pass complete to number 17, Parker Knoll, into the end zone. Touchdown, Foxes.
Third touchdown pass of the game for Mears.
Yeah, just a nice little rollout and found his man.
And the 2-point conversion try again for this Fox's offense that's really been sharp. Mears quickly getting it out and knocked away. He had to get rid of it quickly.
2-point conversions incomplete.
Good play by 17.
Yeah, that's Jamison Rudy.
Game, your Foxes take the lead, 27-13.
I got to go by numbers. I don't have a sheet with me, so.
Yeah, just looking at the touchdown throws. You got the 8-yard pass from Mears to Schultz. And then those two hooked up again in the third quarter on a 79-yarder. And then the 8-yard hookup from Mears to Parker Knoll.
Well, if you're Freedom, what do you got here? What do you go with?
Mears also the 1-yard touchdown run. Yeah, if you're Frank Mattia, we got 3:09 to play, and you got to tell you guys, hey, we got plenty of time, relax.
Yeah.
And you got a quarterback that can make things happen with his arm as well. I still like their ground game, but as Mantufel has it, and he's going to get some nice field position here. Whoa, watch out.
Yeah.
So good spot for Freedom to set up. But I still like giving it to number 42, but I agree, those tosses where you can get maybe to the wide side and try to use your speed, get around the end. But Higgins to Taggy, watch for that connection again, because that's been potent tonight. Taggy, that big tight end.
33-yard line. First and 10, Irish.
And it looks like FEL is going to take its first timeout of the
Foxes.
half.
Probably going over, don't let anything behind you. Keep it all in front of you.
Well, that's the thing. What's key is, Freedom has a nice kicker in Carson Hofacker, but that doesn't matter at this point. You're up 4. Freedom needs a touchdown with 3:06 to play.
Well, and the Foxes' defense has they've just amped it up. I mean, both defenses has too, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun 3:06.
It sure is.
But again, I can't stress enough how quickly this thing turned.
Yeah, all on that long pass.
Yeah, that 79-yard pass right after the field goal by Hofacker made it 23-7. Freedom with 3:09 to play in the third quarter, and then one play, 79 yards. Mears to Schultz, and then the 2-point conversion pass from Mears to Knoll was good, and that made it an 8-point game. And you could just kind of feel the energy really lift on that FPL sideline. Higgins going deep. He's got a receiver open. Oh, oh, he had.
Yeah.
Opperman just a little too high for AJ to bring that down, but Opperman was open.
Yeah. Collective gasp from the FPL faithful. He hits that in stride.
It's gone.
That's 6 points.
Well, and you could see the Freedom faithful too, kind of reacting the same way. It was close.
Yep.
Second down. Higgins now looks to his right, finds Taggy, and there's the big tight end making some guys miss. That's going to set up a nice 3rd and short now for Freedom.
Didn't get out of bounds.
No, he didn't, did he? So clock continues to run. Freedom with all 3 of its timeouts remaining. They're going to mark the ball right at the 40-yard line. So 3rd down and what do we call it, about a 4? 3rd and 4 for the Irish. Let's see what Jackson Higgins can do. Fires. Taggy with a big catch, and he's got the first down.
Why do I have a feeling you might see more of that?
Yeah, well, that's what I said before. They've got a nice connection, and Taggy's got some great hands.
Yeah. Well, go with the bread and butter, man.
West De Pere does beat Xavier 25-14. Just got that text from Ricardo, so the Phantoms hand the Hawks their first setback of the night. Kind of a surprise. And what do we got here? False start on Freedom.
Flag in the play. False start. Freedom.
It was 1st and 10 at the 45, so 5 yards back. We'll put the Irish at 1st and 15 from its own 40-yard line.
2:14, so you got some time.
We know Wrightstown is taking it to Marinette, so the Tigers a chance to maybe be atop the NEC all by itself. We'll see. There's Taggy, though. Boy, quickly.
Oh.
How about 44 and 17 combining on that tackle? 44 is Cole Arts, and 17 is Parker Knoll for the Foxes. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage are the Irish. Higgins looking towards Taggy, and right at midfield.
Oh,
is that a fumble? Is that a fumble?
Is he down?
Well, let's see what the official says. I thought he was down. They're giving it to FPL.
Wow.
It's a fumble.
Wow.
Taggy can't believe it. He's talking to the official. And now the one from the official from the sideline official from the far side, from the Freedom side, they're going to have a conference here.
I mean, it looked like when he hit the ground, it popped
They're
up
giving
in
it
the air.
to FPL, Rosie.
Nope.
The referee
Wow.
saying nope, and the Freedom players, they can't believe it. I didn't see who tackled Taggy, but they're saying that the ball must have come out before he hit the ground.
Wow.
And with 136, FPL with a chance to pull off the upset tonight. Wow.
Look at that one on replay. That is crazy.
Boy, some close calls when you think about Freedom with the low snap on the punt with Hofacker's knee on the ground.
Well,
but it was close.
Yeah.
And now the fumble. Was he down?
Flag on the play.
And now offsides call against Freedom.
Encroachment defense, 5-yard.
Irish will be burning their timeouts, but boy, what you don't want to be doing is give them free yards.
1st and 5.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the ball pop up in the air, but I didn't know if it was from him hitting the ground or if someone stripped it from him.
You know, again, I watched the game so much through the binoculars just so I can see numbers and see the play a little bit closer, but when it happened, I thought he was down, but I'm not on the field either, so the officials are right there. You can see the Freedom defenders doing everything they can to try to strip the football from Seth Voller, but squeezing that thing as hard as he can and making sure that it doesn't come out, and Freedom going to burn a timeout. Kind of what we thought, though, Rosie, that Taggy was going to be the focal point there in that drive, and he was doing some good stuff as he's done all game long.
Yeah,
Officials say fumble, and now FEL a chance to run it out.
Because that was on that drive, that was third straight pass to him, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I don't have the play-by-play sheet in front of me, but credit that FEL defense. They came up with a huge turnover, and boy, what a win that would be for Seth Yeager and his Foxes tonight. Second down and 6, ball at the 42-yard line as there's Voller, full steam, full head of steam. Dives across to the 40, maybe the 39 is where they'll spot it, and Freedom taking its second timeout. So a big third down call coming, Rosie. Hey, are you a gambling guy? How about that little pass play over the middle?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Right now, you'd catch that defense, I think by surprise.
Yes. I think they're looking for the big guy right now.
Yeah, you're looking for number 47 to just barrel his way through, maybe get that first down. But that little pass play over the middle has been working. So we'll see what the Foxes' offensive coaches have come up with as quarterback Drew Mears will take the snap here and a chance to put this one away. Nope, Voller's got it, and Freedom stops him. Credit number 26 coming in pretty fast. Benjamin Bartosik, the senior linebacker. So Freedom's going to get the ball back. No timeouts, but they're going to get the ball back. And with a minute 18, I mean, I will see what happens after the punt, how much time. But you work those sideline routes. You know, the clock stops to move the chains.
Yeah.
It's a tall order, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. Well, maybe, try one deep. Yeah.
You never know.
Hit a play down.
Freedom has speed. It would have been, they made the right call, but it would have been tempting to drop back and kind of pop it over the middle and get that first down.
Yeah. Well, you and I can coach from
yeah,
up
what
here.
the heck?
Why not,
No, I would be the most conservative coach ever. Fans would hate me. I'd punt on 4th and like a foot. Nope, we're going to punt it away. Kind of the Mike Holmgren approach. He was always kind of conservative.
He was. Now do we get
false start on FEL. It's going to back him up.
Flag on the play.
In a tight game, any free yards, that's too much, right? Especially if you're the Foxes coaching staff. Austin Balk back to receive. He can make some things happen. Boy, they came fast, came hard. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
I thought maybe that was going to skip inside the 10, but still, I thought Balk was maybe going to try to take and make some things happen, but saving some time as well. Minute 10. No timeouts. I think they're going to put the ball where, at the 12-yard line? Looks like it. Freedom 4-0 coming into this one. We're already thinking about that big game between the Irish and the Tigers in 2 weeks. But FEL 1-3. Whoa, and nope, Higgins is down. Well, I think there's a loose ball. Let's see. I think he was down.
Wind the clock.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to step up and throw, but credit the Fox's defense.
Second down. What are we doing here?
What?
Oh, there's a flag. What happened here? That's Quinn Taggy having to go off. Something with the equipment, I think.
Was that unsportsmanlike conduct?
No, I thought it was something to do with his. Or was it?
What's the straight arms out each side?
I was actually watching Taggy walk off the sideline. I thought it was an equipment issue, but
okay.
Nobody's looking at anything.
I don't know.
He's mad, though. I can see him talking to a coach. I did not look at the official's signal.
He had his arms spread out to each side.
Well, Higgins going deep. Chance to intercept it, and that's Parker Knoll with the pick, and he slides down, and Rosie, Fox Valley Lutheran's going to pull off the upset tonight. Higgins had to do that. I mean, he was at the goal line. He had to try to make something happen and just let it air it out. Overshot the receiver, and Knoll was right there and made a nice over-the-shoulder grab. Slides safely down, and all FVL has to do is line up Rosie in that victory formation, take a knee, and this one's over. Wow. Did not expect this tonight.
You don't think this victory means a lot to those kids? Look at those. Look at that.
Well, certainly feels good for the Foxes if you're one of the fans in the maroon and silver. But boy, what a big loss for the Irish, who thinking about a Northeastern Conference championship, and they could still do that. Win next week, and then share potentially. Assuming Wrightstown wins next week, share a piece of the crown. So their title goals aren't wiped yet, but just made a little bit more challenging here as Drew Mears takes the snap, takes a knee, and they don't have to take another snap the rest of the night. Fox Valley Lutheran going to pull it out.
Oh, woo, what a game.
Wow. Just incredible how this game turned.
Yeah. Well, congrats to them. Well played game, and Freedom will, they're not going anywhere. They'll be back. They'll regroup.
What a game this turned out to be. 27-23, that's the final here at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. You can see in the age of COVID how the teams have to do their post-game salutes, right? 5 yards apart. Unbelievable.
On behalf of everyone at Fox Valley Lutheran High School, I'd like to thank each and every one of you from both sides of the game for coming.
Another good battle. Seems like any time we do a Northeastern Conference game, there's just a lot of good teams in this league, and just good rivalries. A lot of evenly matched teams. It's always a good game. A lot of geographically, let me say that again. My mouth's starting to freeze. Close teams, FPL and Freedom are easy. Little Shoot's just down the road. Wrightstown's just down the road. So that pocket of 4 teams, especially, is always competitive. But always fun to do games in the Northeastern Conference. A lot of great support, and that was a good football game tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, sometimes you just got to throw the records out the window when you get, these teams, these small town, close together teams together, and it just ends up being a good football game instead.
Yeah, well, you're right. Throw the records out. Freedom was 4-0 coming in. FVL 1-3. Didn't matter. Foxes with the victory, 27-23. Hey, let's run down the scoring, because I know, Rose, you want me to sign off so you can warm up.
That would be nice. Although I'm okay. It's just toes are a little cold.
Yeah, I should have worn the boots. I'm sure you feel bad me being in the press box that I'm all chilly. But,
I know. I really, really feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I hope you were able to struggle through it tonight.
I wish Ricardo would have been here tonight, because remember last week he just wore a sweatshirt, like a zip-up sweatshirt. And it's like, dude, it's freezing. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
what's the matter with you?
Yes.
All right, let's run down the scoring. Freedom opened the scoring with a 30-yard touchdown run by Reese Mantufel, made it 7-0 with 3:05 remaining in the first. Then the Foxes answered right away in the second quarter. 8-yard touchdown pass from Drew Mears to Brendan Schultz, they would hook up again in a big one later in the game. More on that in a second, but that tied the game at 7-7 with 11:14 remaining in the second quarter. Then Freedom back-to-back touchdowns. Another run by Reese Mantufel made it this time an 18-yard dash. The kick was no good. That came with 2:59 remaining in the quarter. 13-7 Irish with the lead. And then Jackson Higgins, a 17-yard hookup to Quinn Taggy with just 52 seconds in the first half. Freedom with a 20-7 lead as into the break. And then this is where I think it turned. Freedom looked like closing in on a touchdown. Instead had to settle for a field goal by Carson Hofacker with 3:09 remaining. Made it 23-7 Freedom. Still a seemingly comfortable game, or comfortable lead, I should say. But then FEL on the first play of the very next drive, 79-yard hookup from Mears to Schultz. 2-point conversion pass from Mears to Parker Knoll. That made it 23-15 with 2:48 to play. And that, Rosie, right, I think just kind of, that was a turning point. That sequence right there. Freedom settling for a field goal, and then the 79-yarder from Mears to Schultz. Mears with a 1-yard touchdown run with 8:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Made it 23-21. The 2-point conversion was no good. But then FEL, another touchdown pass from Mears, this time to Parker Knoll with 3:09 remaining. 2-point conversion was again no good, but made it 27-23. And then the defense stiffened. And that's how this one ends, with the Foxes winning 27-23. A lot of interesting moments. You know, you think about, again, the knee being down on the punt for the Irish, and then the fumble there near midfield gave the ball back to FEL. They were able to make Freedom burn some timeouts, and then, of course, Parker Knoll right at the end for the Foxes with the interception to seal it. With the victory, FEL improves to 2-3 on the season. Again, right now scheduled to play at Denmark on Friday in a Northeastern Conference game. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m., but still not sure if that one will be played since, as I mentioned before, Denmark hasn't played a game since October 2nd. Haven't heard otherwise as of yet. Freedom falls to 4-1 on the year. They're taking on Marinette next Friday. That, too, is a Northeastern Conference game right up the road at Freedom. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. As for us, we're headed back to Kaukauna next Friday for an intriguing non-conference matchup as the Galloping Ghosts take on Wrightstown. Can't wait for that one. That's going to be a fun one, too. Live coverage from Bank of Kaukauna Stadium will kick off at 6:45 p.m. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin website. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Anything else, Rosie, before I sign off?
No, that'll do it for me.
Hopefully we will have Ricardo back next week. Looking forward to that happening, because it's always better to have a 3-man booth, but we got through it. So for Rosie and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson signing off from Fox Valley Lutheran High School here in Appleton, Wisconsin, where once again the final score tonight, Fox Valley Lutheran 27, Freedom 23. Thanks for watching, everybody.